and welcome back to the final installment of Eat the Reich here on Looking for Mom. Tonight is the last episode where our anti-hero vampires are looking to taste some of Hitler's blood. In our previous two sessions, we've traveled through Sector 3, where you guys all made a spectacular entrance in your drop coffins. Made your way through Sector 1 relatively easily, with a little, bit of a hiccup in the final scene at the department store, but you managed to escape all in one piece, all together, still undead. In our last session in Sector 2, your challenges were a little bit more challenging, but you still managed to get through them, and you got a nifty car out of the deal, and you got to feed on not one, but two Ubermenschen, unlocking two of your advances, which you will need tonight in this final installment. There are 4 scenes in this last chapter, each one going to be progressively harder. So I'll just remind you of some quick mechanics of this game that can help you out. Remember your flashback that you can do once per session. If you roll 2 or less successes on your roll, you can choose to do a flashback and re-roll those dice. Second item, use your items. And when you consume the last pip of your item, you get an extra die. And there's always more items to pick up. So don't worry about that. And don't be afraid to use your advances, your blood, because everything here is going to help you, and you'll need all the help you can get. Because the adversaries you are about to meet will be far more deadly. Not only Ubermenschen, but even thus the plain old soldiers are suddenly much more perhaps equipped to deal with vampires, is all I will say at this point in time. All right. So in our last session, you made your way through a theater where there was a performance of Wagner from an orchestra underway with a very angry, mad Ubermenschen Nazi demanding that they play better, and whenever they made the slightest mistake, he would eat them. You guys decide to take this opportunity to feast a little bit yourself. There was a plump, juicy Ubermenschen for the picking, and most of you, I think, managed to drink from it. I think all of you did, in fact. But after realizing that this guy, hey, there he is, there's Chuck. After realizing that this guy was basically a blood bank, that he was not going to die, he's at crazy amounts of threat, you decided to move on. I think you actually drove the car into the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Did some crazy ass shit. I think a couple of you actually went down in that fight too, didn't you? Or at least one of you did. Before being saved by the others. And maybe it was a flashback. It was a flashback that saved you. Chuck, you had that clutch 3 or 4 ones that you turned into 3 6s. Turned the tables and managed to escape that scene. So you're all piled into this speedy, stunty Italian speedster, racing through the streets of Paris, war-torn Paris, 1940-ish, and make your way to Sector 1, the final stage before you reach Hitler, who is presumably hidden high up above the Eiffel Tower in his gold-plated Zeppelin. Don't ask me how that floats. That's just that's just how it is. All right. So first choice that you guys have to make is ammunition and vehicle depot or Nazi pleasure gardens. Who's driving?
not Flint. He's on the roof with his gouging nails through the top, just holding on.
I think Nicole is doing donuts. Somehow we're going faster by just doing circles through Paris. But it's just straight up Tokyo drifting all the way to our destination, based on two wheels for most of the time.
Right. So you have two choices: Nuts Pleasure Gardens or Ammunition Depot. To get yourself to the base of the Eiffel Tower, you have to choose one of those two before you get to the Eiffel Tower. Which way do you go, Nicole?
I'm thinking that as Nicole, I need the Ammunition Depot. I mean, there's bombs there. There's
Checks
things,
out.
all kinds of crazy stuff going on. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Sounds like a very easy choice for this crew. All right. So we are headed there. And what do you know? I guess that you would be going there. I have it all ready for you. So let's get us there. All right. You race through the streets of Paris into Sector 1, arriving just outside the perimeter of this ammunition and vehicle depot. You see a chain link fence and rusted gates separating you from a treasure trove of destruction. Floodlights sweep across squat garages, steel hangars, and rows of four-wheel drives parked like cattle. Petrol fumes hang heavy in the air. Inside, you see and hear mechanics barking at one another in clipped German. You can hear the chuff of welding torches and the grind of a tank engine turning over somewhere deep in the shadows. Most of these vehicles are mundane, forgettable, but tucked between the hangars is something special. You see the glint of midnight black, bulletproof glass, and the front-mounted machine gun on top of a Volkswagen Beetle. You don't have to blow it up.
No,
but
please,
you could.
it's a Beetle. We must drive it.
All right, so you have two objectives here. One primary objective, get past the depot to the Eiffel Tower. Secondary objective, you can raid the ammunition dump, restock your ammo and weapons, or grab whatever you want. Third objective, steal that beautiful black Beetle.
We must.
The only opposition you see in front of you at this moment is a squad of infantry. 10 soldiers in high boots, just kind of lounging about this depot. What would you like to do?
What are y'all thinking?
We're gonna get
Start
this
blasting?
Beetle. We're gonna blast these guys. We're gonna get everybody stocked up with double barrel RPGs. Like,
Okay. Checks out. I'm gonna say, hey Flint, do you just want to go buck wild on these guys?
Ah!
Well, you heard them, man.
Big darkness in sky.
So, Flint, what do you do?
Wow. He unfurls his black wings as he's on top of the car. Someone has just said he must careen into Nazis, and he just vaults into the darkness and above them, hopefully out of the lamplight or the light that's streaming out of the windows of the ammo depot or the open front doors, because that Beetle with the machine gun is just way too enticing. Flat black. It probably has a 1620 with a double barrel carburetor on either side. It just sounds like air-cooled madness. There's probably a hole cut in the back, or maybe it's a soft top that's rolled back a little bit. You could pop up over the top. I know this because I have a 63 Beetle painted BMW blue.
Very cool.
That's about 4 inches off the ground on a static drop.
Oh, gee.
So
All right.
he vaults into the air with his big wings. I guess he's going to careen into that Nazi detachment because that's what he's been told to do, and his colony needs him to create a diversion as loud and bloody as possible.
All right. Go ahead. What role do you want to make to do this?
I think that's brawl with wings and aerial combat. He has plenty of blood, and so he will use wings with aerial combat and brawl. I think he's just going in that way. They look like soft targets.
All right.
So it's brawl plus 1d6.
Okay.
Hopefully I roll it right.
All right. 1 success, 1 critical success for a total of 3 successes to my 3 successes.
Yeah. What's the objective number?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay. Well, then Flint doesn't give a damn because he's Flint. He's going to pour all those 3 successes into the objective. They can do whatever the hell they want. He's got plenty of blood to spare. Bring it on.
I will warn. I'll remind you that if I have a net 3 successes over your successes, you are automatically downed.
So I got to spend 1 on him.
At least 1 on defense, not get into a
That's
down
just
state.
terrible. Okay, we'll do it that way. He'll defend himself slightly with 1 success and take 2.
All right. So the 1 wound will hit you in the number 5.
Number 5 is mauled, eviscerated. But
What? Oh, okay.
that's what his number 5 and 6 are. Mauled, eviscerated.
Yeah, you only have the 1 pip though, right?
No, I have eviscerated. I got 2 pips. But
Oh, you have to. Oh shit. Okay.
he's got 6 blood, so he's going to spend 3 blood and just ignore the hell out of it. He probably gets eviscerated, and it just closes right up on top of each other because he's got plenty to spare. He lands right in the midst of them. They're shooting the hell out of him. He opens up all over the place, and you just see blood just seal him back up, and he doesn't necessarily take that wound for long.
Okay. So you put the 2 other dice into the steal the bug objective.
Right.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. So Nicole sees Falent getting out there, and she's like, "Yeah, we should ambush these bitches." So in Eat the Reich, you can use more than 1 equipment or whatever at the same time.
Correct.
So I want to use an advanced pitch black, which adds 2 to ambush because we are trying to ambush these guys. And I want to use the smoke grenade. It has a +1 for cover advance, and throw a firebomb, which has a +2. Do I just add all those pluses when I roll?
You do indeed.
Oh shoot! Okay, great. I love that for me. All right.
Don't forget
well
to mark
played.
off the pips too.
I will definitely do that. Hold on. So I'm just like in my my action era, just ambushing. Like I'm on the set of The Matrix 6. And let's see what happens. I don't know if this actually did it or not. Hold on. Oh no.
Oh, that's a lot of dice.
I think I rolled too many.
Is that too many?
6, 7, 8, 9. It should have been 9. 2,
All right.
4, 6,
We'll just take the last one off. So you still have 4 successes, 2 of them critical, and I'll roll my dice. Just a 3 for now. I only have 2 successes.
Okay. So 2 criticals. Does that mean it counts for 2? So 4 and 6 successes for me.
Correct. Unless you want to use a special ability, then you have to use one of your 6s to activate that special ability.
Okay, I'm gonna defend myself from getting hurt.
Okay.
And the other 4, I'm gonna put toward getting our beetle.
All right. You only need 2 more
To get the beetle.
Yeah.
So I put that toward there. So what's happening is it's pitch black everywhere except for we can see, but our enemies cannot see. They're also all their fucking clothes are on fire, and they're coughing up their lungs because there's so much smoke. Meanwhile, Nicole is just smoking a cigar and just strolling through straight toward the beetle. Like if there was a doot thing, she would be holding it in her hand right now, as if she's just walking to her car. So that's that's what's going on there.
All right. You still have 2 successes. Do you want to apply that to
Oh yeah, okay.
another
Cool.
objective or damage or drinking blood?
Let me drink some blood, and I give another bloody Capri Sun to the person who needs it most in my group. Just like a little marathon pass off of some blood. I don't know which of you needs it most, but go ahead and take it. And then the last one I'll use to cause damage to the guys who are puking their guts out from smoke inhalation.
All right. Who's going to take that point of blood that Nicole is offering up?
I think Irania. How bad is she?
Yeah, I'm super lit. I got 4 pips.
Okay, then yeah, I've only got
Yeah,
3.
I would
You can take it.
super
That's
much
lit.
appreciate that.
I just dropped down to 5.
Oh my. Are you serious?
Oh,
Flint
okay.
only has 1 pip left?
No,
health?
no, Flint has 5.
Okay, 5.
blood.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So Iriana,
So all
you take that blood.
Sure.
All
I'm
right.
fully prepared for Cosgrave to die because he has 4 too, so we're good.
All right. So as Nicole, I guess you have to exit the Italian speedster that you were driving.
Oh
when you
yeah,
were
I
into
get
the
out the
beetle.
speedster. Somehow I've procured a wine glass, and I just hand the crystal wine glass to the person who needs the blood the most. Bottoms up, dear.
Grab it
Let's go.
as you zoom off in this Volkswagen.
All right.
I guess I'll go if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to heal an injury.
That is
Probably bring back an arm. I think that's super useful. So yeah, Mark 3 blood. Take off. Bring my arm back. Yep.
okay. All right.
And then I am going to charge with my magical cavalry saber. Since I already have 2 pips in the 3 and 4, that adds a plus to my brawl. And then because I'm charging, that adds another plus. So I will be doing that.
All right.
Let's see.
And who are you
Still
charging?
only
You're
4
charging.
dice, but
You're charging the soldiers.
I'm just gonna charge at some more soldiers. At this point, I'm inspired. I've seen Flint barrel towards them with all his malignant glory, and I'm going to try to do the same.
All right.
Let's see. It always takes me so long to roll on this. Sorry, boys. Dude. Here we go.
3 successes. Nicely done. To my 1. How do you want
Cool.
to spend them?
I would love to drink some blood
Okay.
for 1.
Mhm.
I guess defend myself and then put 1 towards the next objective.
All right. So what does this look like?
Yeah, Iriana, kind of like she's super dazed at first, and like when this turn started, walks into this like weapons depot, notices some men, super scared and confused, just sticks Flint on him. Nicole grabs smoke grenades, the most smoke grenades and fire bombs she's ever seen, tosses them at all these Nazis, somehow gets a wine glass in her hand and fixes her right up. She gets the heroism to go charge at these Nazis with her saber, and she just starts slicing and dicing and defending herself and getting a little bite in as well.
All right. So with Flint and Nicole rushing towards this black beetle, Iriana, you're just carving a swath through these Nazi soldiers, limbs and blood flowing
yeah.
everywhere, and you're just gulping down what you can. All right, Chuck Cosgrave. either of you like to go?
I think as Iriana's doing all this, I guess stealthing really isn't optional now.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You can try whatever you like.
You said there's a tank?
You hear the sound of a tank's engine starting up.
Okay. I'd like to think maybe Chuck maybe hears the engine starting up and maybe feels the rumble of it underneath his feet. And maybe dodges in between the crates and tries to maybe jump on top of a crate and pinpoint it. Or maybe just following the vibrations in the ground. And can he find it? Is it close by, or is it like?
It is in one of these large steel hangars nearby. So you can make your way towards that if you like.
Search is not that good. It's 2 dice, and you're rolling 3. Yeah, you know what? I've already said it. I'll commit to it. He will try to figure out which one of these hangars has the tank in it.
All right. All you need are
And,
2 6s.
It's easy. Corpse eater. Don't have when you single-handedly roll up your sleeve. Oh, with a fake skill. Okay, never mind. Here goes nothing. Oh, yeah. That's
Hey guys.
doomed from the start with that.
Big oof.
Oh, wow. That's
All
like-
right.
Hey, there you go.
That's a
That's
big
good.
nothing all the way around. All right. So Chuck, you are trying to sneak your way through these crates, trying to find the source of the sound of this engine that you recognize as a tank powering up. But there are many of these steel hangars, and you can't tell which one it is because on top of the chaos that's erupting behind you with Felinta, Nicole, and Iriana carving through these Nazis and stealing this bug, you hear the sound of other engines starting up. Not the heavy choke of a tank, but the high whine of motorcycles screaming towards you. All right, that'll be your turn. Cosgrave.
Cosgrave would probably try to find anything in there that he could use to like attack them. Oh wait, I have the bow in my head, don't I? So he's probably gonna.
I'm looking at your equipment. You have an enormous knife, a sawed-off shotgun, bottled ghosts, and a soul jar. I don't know what that is, but those are your items.
Yeah. I also technically still have that like bow in my head though.
You have the violin bow stuck through your head, yeah.
Okay. So he's probably gonna try to freak out some of these Nazis by pulling this bow out of his head and like kind of like attempting to fence with them, I guess. Like just like get all the like the blood flying out of his head and just like all that.
All right, so is this going to be a brawl?
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna try, but my brawl's not great. But
All right.
we shall
Ooh,
see. Ooh.
2 successes, one of them crit, so that's a total of 3 to my 1. What would you like to do?
Okay, so he's probably gonna do 1 to defend himself, and then put 2 to. What are our other objectives besides the car one?
One is to just get past this depot. The second remaining objective is to raid the ammunition dump, find a cache of weapons that you can restock with. And then, of course, there's eliminate the threats or drink blood.
So he's gonna do one to drink blood, and then, like, as he does the fencing thing, he's gonna try to make his way around to get out of the depot. So he's gonna do one towards that as well.
All right, so one against the main objective, and one to drink blood. All right.
Yes.
Good. All right, so that's the end of round one. And as you guys are in position, Flint, Nicole, you are at the bug. Iriana, you are in the midst of Nazi gore and glory. Chuck, you are behind some crates looking for this tank. Cosgrave, you are with, I guess, Iriana with your bowstring, trying to whip them with it. I'm not quite sure. And you all hear coming around the corner that whine of motorcycle engines, Chuck, turns out to materialize into a motorcycle squad. You see 6 riders screaming towards you with the motorcycles. You each have the following additional special action if you like to apply it against these motorcycles, which is crash and burn. So if you roll a 6 and you want to apply it to the motorcycle squad, you will inflict like 3 damage to them as you just basically clothesline them or something as they fall off their bikes. But this is now a second threat to the scene, which means my attacks go to 4 from 3 to 4. All right. Who wants to go first in this round?
I'd love to.
All right.
Iriana just going absolutely crazy. Gets her arm back in the last round, like within the span of 6 seconds. She's gonna take a break, smoke a cigarette, and regain 2 blood. Her last cigarette. And then she's going to activate Mantle of the Fell Beast. Mark 2 blood, Brawl and Terrify become 4. I would love to like put some explosive runes on the ground and just blow up these Nazis as like Iriana kind of transforms into this like otherworldly like visage of just like malice incarnate, just shadows and like multiple hands. And I would like to roll Terrify, try to get these guys off of their bikes, try to quell their efforts.
Go for it.
Give it a try. Okay, so that would be 4 plus 2. Yeah, just 4 plus 2.
All right, 6 dice to my 4.
Let's see.
Yes.
Nicely done, including a
There we go.
special. To my 1. All right. How do you want
Okay.
to
I'll
apply
spend
your
1 to
spell?
defend myself, for
Okay.
sure.
Mhm.
Could I spend that 6 to absolutely wipe out some motorbike people?
You certainly can.
Okay. And then I'll spend 2. Sorry, our current objectives are just kind of like stay alive and get that beetle, right?
You've
Or
gotten the
just, like,
beetle.
make it
That
through
objective
this
has been
place?
met. Yeah, the second objective, the main objective is to get through this depot. Secondary
Sure.
objective at this point is to restock.
Gotcha. Okay. Honestly, yeah. So 6 for the motorbike, 1 to defend myself, 1 to drink some blood, and then 1 on the objective. I'm just getting the hell out of here.
All right. Nice. You see, as you turn into this manifestation of malice and evil and terror, these motorcycles, half of them veer off course, not wanting to come anywhere close to you, and they run over your explosive ruin, and you see bike parts, body parts, Nazi heads flying everywhere. Half of the motorcycle squad gone in a flash.
Amazing.
Nicely done. Who's next? I'm going to pick one. Cosgrave, you're up.
So Cosgrave will probably, let me look at what I have. Will take his shotgun and he'll try to just shoot one of the guys off the bike, I guess. Like,
Right. Go ahead and take that shot. Do you have any special abilities with that shotgun?
It just says point blank, so I'm assuming
right.
that has something to do with it, like being, like,
Yeah. So you'll have to wait for
really
the
So-
you'll have to wait for the motorcycle to be like right in your face before you fire it to get that bonus,
okay.
which is totally possible.
So I'm probably just gonna shoot from where I am and like not do a point blank because we're gonna see how well that goes, but I don't think he wants to have them get that close. So
Oh boy, 1 critical success to my 3 successes. Where do you want to spend your critical success?
He's gonna use both of them to defend himself. Mainly because he knows he's kind of hurt already, and he knows he doesn't have enough blood to heal himself quite yet. So
I will tell you this, because you're not using a special ability and you can use that as 2 successes, you only need to spend 1 to bring my 3 successes down to 2.
Oh, okay.
Which is just 1 wound. So you have one success left over.
Okay, cool. I guess I'll probably use that one to drink blood then, if like there's a guy nearby.
All right. You drink some blood, and I'll tell you where your wound is. You're going to take the wound in the number 4.
4. Yay! Let's see. Number 4. Oh, I already have both of those set up. So
okay, so I have to take another one then. I'm going to roll again. It has to be 1, 2, or 5, or 6. It's the number 6.
Okay. Lovely. I can't mark blood to use abilities now. Fun. Does that include healing myself?
No. You can always heal yourself.
I just wanted to make sure because I was like, if I can't, I'm as good as dead. So
yeah. All right. Just 1 more wound, Cosgrave, and you are dead.
Yeah, next round I'm definitely healing myself because otherwise I'm gonna be pissed.
You can heal yourself at any time if you want to heal yourself now. If you have the blood now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that then. Oh, come on, go down. I'm gonna heal the one that you just gave me.
Okay.
So.
All right. So as these motorcycles come screaming towards you, Ariana blows up half of them. The other half come towards you, Cosgrave, and as they do so, they rush towards you at dizzying speeds. You level your shotgun. You miss completely, not damaging any of them. But they are close enough for you to grab one off its bike, sink your teeth into him, draw some blood, enough blood to heal yourself from the damage you just took from their firing. All right. I'm going to call on Nicole next.
Oh, shoot. Okay, yeah. All right, Nicole is seeing all this stuff that's going on. Okay, let me ask you a question about advances. Can you use an advance more than once?
Yes.
Okay, so she's like, it's just not dark enough in here. That's the problem. It's just not dark enough in here. So she's going to use pitch black again to add +2 to her roll. She's not so good at searching. She's just good at blowing shit up and scaring people. So she's gonna stick with what I already know how to do. I'm gonna use my last firebomb, which adds another dice to my firebomb dice. So that'll be 3 more. And then I'm also going to, as I'm throwing the bomb cinematically, at the I want to say, well, who looks like they're in worse shape to me, the motorcyclists or the soldiers?
The motorcyclists.
They look like they're in bad shape. Okay. I'll wait to see if I get a special or not, because if I do, I'll use that to really screw
Alright.
them up. But just indiscriminately setting everything on fire at this point. And I'm going to try to take as many bites out of people as possible, while while shooting them with my cut down Lee Enfield rifle, because why
Alright.
not?
Exactly.
So let's just do it. All right, so I'm gonna go shoot. 1, 2, 3 for firebomb, 1, 2 for pitch black, and 1 more for rifle. And let's see what happens. Oh no, it didn't roll.
Damn, not
Oh,
bad
did it?
at all. To my 1 success. All right.
Oh, I got 2 specials. Heck yeah! All right. Then can I get my firebomb back if I use that special?
Yeah, it'd be 1 per. Yeah, so you can get 1 firebomb back. Yeah,
I get 1 firebomb back. Okay, cool.
that
all right,
consumes one of your specials, though, right?
Yeah. So I still have 1 left. I'm gonna use the one that's left to kill crash and burn the motorcycles.
Alright.
All their front wheels just fall off. They don't know why. All the front wheels of their motorcycles. Suddenly they're all on unicycles, and it's just carnage, just terrible road rash and screaming and gnashing of teeth. So that gives me that gives me 1 more left, right?
You have 2 left.
I have 2 left. Okay, with those 2 that are left, I'm gonna try to take 2 big bites.
All right, you're not going to defend yourself?
Oh, I have to defend myself, don't I? Okay.
You don't have to.
No. So far, Nicole is untouched. I think I'm gonna see if I can get through this whole thing alive, even though I'm dead.
Unscathed. Nice, all right.
Unscathed. Because I've just been healing myself this whole time. So I'm going to somebody comes up to me and with the meanest backhand, just pit power, I just backhand them back, and I don't get hurt. So that's me defending myself. And then I was gonna bite somebody, but I'm gonna. We don't know our objective rating.
You don't know what your objective rating is. You have the primary one to get out, the secondary one to restock.
Okay. My search is trash. So I'm gonna just give Cosgrove another glass of wine, so that she can heal and bite someone, and that'll be it. I won't add to the objective, but I'll do that instead.
All right. But you do manage to eliminate the rest of the motorcycle squad. That threat is now gone.
Okay.
As all the front wheels mysteriously fall off,
Mhm.
and they go head first into the pavement. They go like.
And for reasons that no one can explain, Nicole mysteriously now has on a complete motorcycle outfit. There's no explanation. Just cut to.
Nice. All right. I'm gonna go with Chuck now.
Chuck sees that the motorcycle threat has been dealt with, and seeing how can't really pinpoint the tank, he's going to jump off of the ammo crates and stuff that he was sitting on and land. You said there was a weapon attached to the Beetle, right?
There is, in fact, a machine gun, front-mounted machine gun on the Beetle.
Or does the Beetle run, or do we know yet?
You assume so. The keys are in the ignition. It's as if it was waiting for someone to drive off with it.
Okay. All right. Well, then, yeah, he's just going to jump in the back of the Beetle, grab the machine gun, rack it back, and swing the mounted gun towards the rest of the remaining Nazis.
All right. You will have +2 to your pool. And I'm only rolling 3 dice this time.
Rolling 2.
Oh, one and one.
Luck again.
You want to defend yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely
Okay.
defend myself.
So, describe to me how Chuck gets onto the back of this beetle, opens up with this machine gun, and does absolutely nothing.
I'd like to think maybe as he's jumping off of the crate and landing in the back of the beetle, he goes to rack it and accidentally, I'm assuming it's probably like got the little triggers on the legs or on the arms of it, and maybe he accidentally has them squeezed a little too tight, and he just completely shoots over everybody into the buildings, into the background, just rounds going in any and every direction but the direction towards the Nazis.
Yeah, there are now many holes in the buildings on the other side of the street from your wild spray of bullets from this machine gun. Flint.
Flint has a favorite P-51 pilot, Alexander Oskov. We painted his P-51 flat black. Flint would hold on to the bottom of it, wings out, and Alexander would get up in the night sky and then just zoom down on top of Nazi bombers, and Flint would let go, land on the bomber's wing and shred their wings. So he wants to get up high. He wants to get up into the darkness, take his wings and look at the whole scene and maybe drop from above. So he's going to vault up because he's not driving that beetle. He could pick it up. It's only 800 kilograms as it is, 1,200 pounds. Even with a 1620 in it, he jumps up into the air, into the night sky, hoping to see a tank or something else to fall upon. So he's going to use sneak plus his wings.
Holy.
Oh my
Tremoli.
god.
Nicely
Amazing.
done, sir.
Good rolls.
To my 2 successes. So, how do you want to spend yours?
Well, I think so you can only use, let's see what his special is. How many ones? I didn't roll any. Yeah, I think he vaults so quickly into the air that those Nazis firing at him, the bullets go wide. He'll use 2 successes to not even be touched. And then he'll put 2 successes to the objective to get out of Nazi ammo zone. And he's just way up in the dark sky. Can't see him any longer, waiting to drop down in case his colony needs him.
All right. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. You still have 2 successes left. What did you put the last 2 in?
I do?
Yeah.
I had 4 total?
You had 4, but 2 of them were special.
Oh.
Which
I
count
think,
as 2.
I think a Nazi comes up with them in the darkness. I mean, he needs to eat. He grabs one on the way up, or 2 of them. They go screaming up with him, and he feeds on it, and then just flows on the land over here and land over there on the thing, and here it take 2 blood.
All right. Yeah. As 2 Nazi soldiers are dropped from 50 feet, 60 feet, 100 feet up in the air and just splat. The parking lot below. That is the end of round 2. In round 3, that sound of a tank now rumbling closer. You can clearly see it pull out of the steel hangar, swing its turret towards you. You are now facing a tank as well as the infantry squad and a number of reinforcements in the form of more motorcycles coming towards you. This is going to be the threat. Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys are going to have your hands full. Next round, you're going to be facing 8 dice.
I'm sorry, it sounded like you said 8 dice.
I'm rolling 8 dice now.
So you said 8 dice. I heard. Okay.
All right. So, who wants to go first?
Whew.
Just to recap, you have the beetle. Chuck is on the machine gun. You have spent 5 points on your objective to get past this depot You have not spent any on restocking.
Oof, this is rough because I can't search. My search is terrible when no one has searched. Do we have to search in order to restock?
You don't have to. If you can find another skill or ability that you want to use to try and restock, you can.
Okay, noted.
All right, I'm going to pick on... Who am I going to pick on first this time? I'm going to start with you, Chuck.
I was afraid you were going to say that without been
Mhm.
rolling. But you actually gave me an idea. So since my search is terrible, I think realizing that Chuck is just god awful with this mounted machine gun, he's going to get off of it and maybe try to scamper to one of the. Are the doors locked on these warehouses? I'm assuming they probably are. Perfect. Then I'm going to use my fix skill maybe to try to break in into one of these warehouses to search for weapons. And
Alright.
this doesn't use blood. I'm going to use elbow grease. When you roll up your sleeves and take on an objective single-handedly with the fix skill, gain special, reduce the objective's rating by 4.
Wow. Are you
And I'm
serious?
going to use... Yeah.
Good. Yes.
I have to roll a 6 though, right?
All right.
Oh no.
Use
And I'm
items.
going to use my I'm going to use my jerry rigging, my toolkit. Maybe I've got some lock picks, maybe some steel lock picks that don't break. They're not bobby pins.
Tungsten
Gotta
lock
get in
picks.
here. Yeah. So that would be what is fixes 4, so 5 dice.
All right. Yeah. Roll as many as you can, sir, because you're going to need them.
Yes.
3
no sixes,
successes. A lot of clicks. To my
Wow.
3 successes.
Am I getting so lucky?
All right. So as
but
you
if,
make your way,
if I only take 1 damage, so I only have to reduce your 1 to take 1 damage, right?
that's correct.
Okay. I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna take the 1 damage, and I'm gonna put 1 into the search, the ammo restock, and then 1 into drinking blood.
Okay. I'm going to roll for that wound. You're going to get hit in number 3.
Is crawling, which is -1 to all stats, but since I have enough blood to heal, I'll just go ahead and heal again. So I'll
Okay.
negate that. Then I'll
Nice.
be back down to 0 blood.
Ooh. All right. So as you reach this door, you pull out your lockpick set. You start working frantically to try and open it. You manage to get the first tumbler going. You're not quite through yet. And you can see the walls and the doors around you being riddled with bullets as these soldiers open up on you. You manage to avoid the worst of it. Any volunteers for who goes next?
Flint will go.
Okay.
Alexander Oskov died over occupied France. His P-51 was shot out from underneath him. Flint jumped off a German bomber he had just shredded. The canopy was flying. He hit Alexander's P-53 and pulled him out of the wreckage, and then landed in France. He'd never been in France. He didn't really understand what they said. But Alexander was dying. He was the first and only person he ever turned. Now Alexander Oskov is no longer Alexander Oskov. He's just Alexander. They've done a number of missions together, but Alexander is now one of us. He sees the tank roll out, and the shell, he knows it's going to shoot. He can hear it almost in memory after landing on bombers on Alexander's plane, and he just folds his wings and dives down on top of the tank. He has these long bone-like claws that eject from his hands and his feet, and he hits the tank with as much animosity that Flint can muster. So he's going to use Brawl, Wings, and his serrated talons, or steel gouging claws, for 5 dice, or 6 dice.
Okay.
If I can get it to work. Don't count the last one.
Okay. So 1 critical and 1 regular success to my 4 successes.
So what happens is that as he falls, the blood inside him pumps out and recedes through his leathery skin and pumps out again. And then the third, it just settles on his skin and battens down all the calcium, precipitating and attaching to his torso. He's going to use his special ability, which is bone armor. And so for every 1 I roll, it decreases your success rating by the same amount. So he rolled
nice.
2 1s, which it decreases your success to a 2.
To a 2. But that also consumes your special.
Right.
So you have 2 successes left, and I have 2 successes as well. What would you like to do?
He's not really concerned about himself. So he's just going to shred the tank and put those 2 successes into escaping the mayhem and the objective.
All right. As you dive down onto this tank, start shredding it as best you can, you notice that actually from your high vantage point, most of the ground is cloaked in darkness thanks to Nicole. But you do see the tank rumbling forward. You do see more motorcyclists rounding a corner, and you can see where they're coming from. You can see there is an exit on the far side of the depot. That if you just tell your friends in the bug to get there, you're home free. Very close. You know the way. It's not that far. If you guys will excuse me 1 second, I have to rescue a dog. I'll be right back.
To rescue a dog is crazy.
It's literally what mine was doing earlier. Not cooperating.
Yeah.
Needing to get rescued.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know what he was just barking at the door. He just calmed down for 3
Doors
seconds.
are scary.
Yeah, they are. That's a whole new world on the other side of that thing.
My cats puff up every time one opens. Poof.
Honestly, my dogs have been out every once in a while when I've played games before, and they bark their heads off, and I have to leave. I'm like, guys, I know you need to calm down. And so half the time I have to bribe them to actually get back into the house. I can't even say the word, otherwise one of them will literally come over to me and beg for them. Guys, you need to calm down, because A, I'm in the middle of something, and B, it's 9 at night. You can't be barking and bothering people in the neighborhood.
Yeah, they're cute.
All right. Sorry about that. We're back. You guys are very close to meeting your objective at this point. So who wants to go next?
I can go next. I see everybody's getting closer to the car. Does the machine gun have a plus at all for shooting it, or
+2.
it's a +2 to shoot the machine gun? Okay, cool. I'm gonna do a lot of crazy stuff all at once. Are you ready for this? Okay. So it's dark as fuck. It's smoky. It's my favorite bar. I send out something called a rat swarm, which is an ability that I have, and there's a bunch of rats that suddenly go all over the place, and they're under my control, and I command them to bring me boom shit, things that blow up. I just tell them to go and then gather things that will blow up and bring them back to me. So, and the little rat lieutenants are okay, that's +2. Then what I do is I pick up my RPG and I of course I have to I shoot the tank. So that'll be +4 for the RPG. But it's my only RPG, so I guess that's another one. And then I'm going to oh yeah, I'm going to shoot the beetle machine gun for +2. So that's 4. Gosh, I can do math. Of course I can do math. That's gonna be 9. And if I use an explosive, the challenge rating goes down if I get a special. So let's see what happens.
You're rolling 9 dice.
I'm gonna try.
Nice.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh shit!
That's 13 dice. Is that correct?
Well, shoot. My shoot is 4.
Oh, shoot. So 4 plus 9 is 13. Okay.
Yeah. That's nasty. That's nasty.
All right. Wow. All right. So you got 8 successes. One of them is a special.
Okay,
To my 3.
Use my special to get my now triple barreled RPG shot back because I'm gonna need that for Hitler. And then how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 successes. I want to use one of those successes to command my rats to get equipment for the team. So whatever that means, storyteller. And then I have 6 left. So yeah, I only got 1 crit. Okay, so I have 6 left. So I don't even fucking know what to do at this point.
I have 3 successes. So
okay, so 3 digits to myself. So then I'll have 3. I'm gonna go ahead and are we escaping, gang? Do we care more about escaping or drinking blood?
We're escaping.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say let's
With
get out of
8
here.
guys. Time to fire up that beetle, that air-cooled monstrosity.
Firing the bitch up. I'm firing the beetle up, and with those 3 successes, I guess I'm gonna just bite 3 people. I don't fucking know. The little rats are gonna bring me blood vials. I have no clue. But can I use those to get blood for later to put in my wine bottle?
You can only max out at 10. So if you're maxed out, you're maxed out.
No, I've been giving all my blood away, so I only have 2 right now.
Okay, so you can collect those all for yourself if you like.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right. Cool.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You use your special to recover your RPG.
Mm-hmm.
You use 3 to defend yourself. So you have 4 successes left. You use 1 to recover the ammo depot.
Yes.
Leaving 3 left.
Mm-hmm.
And use those 3 for blood.
Yeah, because I might need it later. Okay. All right. Cool.
All right. So you, Chuck, you see a swarm of rats converge on your position. They start swarming all over you as they start chewing at the corners and the edges of this door, this metal door, and you can see them starting to make a little bit of progress, but it's going to require a little bit more work to get past this door. All right. I'm going to call on Cosgrave.
Okay. How many Nazis are near me? Because if they're near me, I'm probably gonna do. Okay, how do the specials work in terms of like if it has like 2 plus next to it, does that mean you get 2 extra die with it, or
What is your special?
Let's
see this.
Because I was gonna do the sawn-off shotgun, so it would be point blank. Does that mean 2 dice if it has 2 plus next to it, or does that just?
Yeah, that means
Not yet.
it's you get 2 extra dice.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot the closest guy next to me at point blank.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do 2 extra, and of course I only get the critical success. I'll mark one of those off though with the shotgun.
Okay. This is gonna hurt.
Oh Jesus!
Cosgrave. You're going down this round, but
Lovely.
uh,
It doesn't matter if I even put my critical success to this.
no, because I'm still gonna have 3 successes. So you're going
Okay. Fun.
Can we be blood donors before Cosgrove goes down? Cosgrave
No,
goes down?
no. All right, Cosgrave. What do you want to do with your critical success?
Good question. Because is it possible to like attempt to be a distraction so the others can get away? Or is it just like, because I honestly don't know what I can do with it that like
Well, you have
is
the normal choices, right? Defend yourself, drink blood, apply it to an objective, or do damage to a threat.
okay. I'm gonna do 1 for drink blood and then 1 for damage.
All right. You drink 1 point of blood, and who are you going to damage? The tank, the motorcycles, or the infantry?
I'm probably gonna do the motorcycles. I'm gonna take the bow and just like chuck it and like right at one of the wheels and put it right through the spokes and have it like flip over and toss the guy like right into the wall.
All right. So as you take out this motorcycle, shoot him point blank, the motorcycle flips into the air, practically doing a cartwheel. The soldier like lands on your mouth. You take a bite out of him as he lands, and just as you feel that rush of power of his blood coursing through your body, you stare down the barrel of a tank, and you take its full impact. And the rest of you just see Cosgrave get blasted into this wall. Cosgrave, you're going to take the damage in. It has to be 1, 2, or 5, or 6. In the number 2.
Okay. Oof. That's gonna hurt because I get -1 to all stats now. Yay.
All right. Oh, he's lost an arm too, Iriana. So
Yeah.
you're not alone.
I actually regained my arm back, but I feel for him.
Yeah, he'll probably just like weakly
I know what it's
hold
like.
up his arm and wave, just be like, "Hi."
All right. So, new objective: recover Cosgrave.
Oh no.
I'm going to mark it as 4. You need 4 points to recover Cosgrave. And that leaves Iriana. You are still to go.
Okay. 2 questions. Are there any old buildings around?
You're in Paris. There are old buildings everywhere.
Amazing. Okay. And the second question is, can I make the argument that by driving this sports car like into this tank and attempting to joust with it, that it's a brawl roll?
Yep, I'll allow that. Plus, you get +2
Done.
for using the Italian Sportster in this way.
Amazing. Okay, I would totally like to do that as Iriana hops in, one hand on the steering wheel, the other with her saber out of the window, and she's gonna come right at this tank.
I'm just double checking something here.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is the last use of the Italian Sporter. It's going to be destroyed after this. So you'll get an extra die on top
Okay.
of that.
Oh, amazing. Okay, so that's +1, +2 for the. Oh, and I would also like to summon my bats out, along with these rats, into like a cacophony of just bad creatures. The bats are just there for flavor, honestly. Okay, so 1, 2. So I'm rolling 7 dice. Oh, 8 because of the other one. 4. Oh, and my brawl also becomes a 4
Holy
because I'm
crap.
injured.
There we go. Now we're
Oh, hey, there we
cooking.
go.
That is amazing. Okay. I have 4 successes myself, though.
Okay, so I got 4 crits.
Yes.
So I guess. Oh, I will use like half of those crits to defend myself.
Okay.
So could I potentially do that? All right. So
Yep,
that leaves
yep.
me with 4. That leaves me with 6 successes left over. Okay.
And
4 to
just
defend
remember,
myself, and I'm going to.
I want to remind you, there are motorcycles on the scene, so you have that special ability to wipe out half of them if you want to. Or actually,
Oh,
because
there
these are
more
reinforcements,
motorcycles,
if you spent 1 special, you'd get rid of all the motorcycles.
Okay, I'll get one of the motorcycles with my special. I will straight up get Cosgrave up with 4 successes. Jesus, so that's okay. It gets complicated when you have so many crits.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, and then I'll just pour the rest into that tank. So I'll get Cosgrave up with 4. I'll protect myself for 4, and then I got 4 left. So 4 going into the tank.
One of those crits is going into wiping out the motorcycles.
Oh, into the motorcycles. Yeah.
So you have 2 successes left, and that's going into the tank.
Okay. 2 going into the tank, sure.
All right.
For a crazy jousting maneuver.
Nicely done. All right. You fire up this Italian speedster, hang out the door, and with one hand you scoop up Cosgrave from the rubble that surrounds him. His arm clearly missing. He lies unconscious in a stupor. But you swing the car around and drive straight for the tank and head on crashing into it. Jumping clear of the Italian speedster before you yourself take any damage, and you have put a serious dent into the front of this tank.
Amazing.
But that car is no more. All right, that is the end of round 3, sorry. Next round. You still have... You're very close to leaving. If you want to leave, you probably could if you apply any successes to it. You're still working on that door, Chuck, to get restocked. And then you have 2 threats now. The tank and the infantry squad. Who wants to go first?
So you're telling me my rats didn't bring anything? Is that what you're saying? You're
I'm
saying
telling you.
they clocked in for an 8-hour workday and they came up with nothing. Is that the story for real?
That's a
crazy.
story. Yeah.
Okay. But we did get Cosgrave back, right?
Yes, that objective has been met.
All right. Then I am going to pull on the wheel. Wait, no, we used the speedster. I'm gonna turn around and try to shoot the beetle again. And it looks like the tank looks like it's about done, right? Or it's not looking healthy. It's not looking like a happy tank. It looks like a sad tank.
No, it's still very much a happy tank. It just has a big dent in the front.
It's a happy tank with a big vent in the front. Great. Okay, so I'm going to machine gun the place where I think that where we've already tried twice to get equipment out of. And so that's going to be 2. And I'm also going to just use my own machine gun, so that'll be 3. And then I'm going to
this is the last use of the machine gun on the Volkswagen Beetle. So you mark another dice. You get another dice.
All right, I'm going to tell my rats to get back to work. And I'm going to see if we can swipe anything on our drive out of here. If there's anything we can get as we escape, I would like to try to shoot it. That's it.
All right. Go for it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, big Wendy.
I'm only rolling 7 dice now.
Oh, I didn't roll so great.
4 successes. Tier 4, but one of them is critical for you.
Okay, so then that's 5 for me, and you got 4 successes on me.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna use 4 to defend myself, and then with that 1, I'm going to get whatever I can from having shot the. What is that shit? I don't know, the hanger. I don't know how you describe those
The
things.
door? Okay.
The door, to see if there's anything in there that we can grab on our way out.
All right. So you swing the machine gun around towards the door where Chuck is trying to stealthily pick the lock with the help of a swarm of rats, and you totally open up on this door. Bullets, Chuck, there are bullets flying all over you as Nicole is trying to rip through this door with her machine gun. You can see like the damage that the rats have done, the holes that Nicole has put through this door. You can see just on the other side a room filled to the brim with every weapon imaginable. But you're not quite there yet.
Oh no, we still can't reach it?
No.
This door made up. Okay. I say, hey,
All right.
gang, we got a 50-50. It's up to you all what we do now.
All right. Who's next? Chuck.
All right. I'd like to think as Chuck is literally looking at this door and there's bullets flying all around him. It's like the Animaniacs where it's just the outline of Chuck on the door. There's just bullets all the way around it. He's just gonna. He's going to try to use Maria. He's going to dual wield both of his revolvers and try to shoot the door open, since it looks like it's just about to finally just give.
All right.
That gives me +1, right, for duel. Yeah, okay. Isn't much.
Uh-oh.
I'm rolling terrible.
No, you
All
good.
right.
Oh no.
I have 1 net success. I'll tell you this much. If you apply your success to the door, it will come down. And you will have achieved your next objective. That secondary objective.
All right, yeah, I'll apply that 1 to the door.
Take
And
the
I'll
wound.
I'll take the wound.
All right. You are going to be hit in the number 2.
Mark 1 blood at the start of your turn. Well, I don't have any to mark, so that's really here nor there.
All right. But with that, you open fire with your dual pistols, adding to the holes already in the store. It is like a chunk of steel Swiss cheese that just collapses from all of the damage you guys have done to this poor thing. And now you have achieved your restock objective. However, in the process, Chuck, Nicole is not the only one firing on you as the infantry squad begin to close in, and they open fire on you, and you just feel your back riddled with bullets. All right. Who's next?
Flint rips the top of the tank off. There's this hatch. He hates tanks. Damn tanks. He rips it off. You see the tank go through the air. Hit the ground and roll, like a lost tire. He looks down in there and he goes, something's driving. Folds his wings in and drops inside. Time to eat, boys. And he just starts rending the
tank crew up. All right.
He can't drive, but the tank only has 2 pedals. I'm sure he can manage it if there's no one else there.
All right.
Yeah. I guess he has to use his claws. He doesn't have much here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Flint is going down.
Nah,
Oh,
he's not. Because that blood armor just congeals on him. Oh, he doesn't have an extra success. Darn, he is going down. That's terrible.
Ooh.
He's going down anyways. So he's just feeding and hitting the tank members. He's inside the tank. Bad idea. It's too enclosed to him. He's got not enough room. His arms are overlong. Maybe one of them pulls out a little Luger.
All right. So with that one success, you want to...
Put it in a damn tank.
All right. All right. All right. And you're going to take that wound in the number 1. So mark both pips on that.
Yeah, it makes sense because it breaks off his teeth and his tusks and his jaw gets over on the side. Just terrible. Would you count this as melee inside the tank?
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely close quarter. All right. But you're downed. So the rest of you, Iriana, you have Cosgrave in the beetle with you? Or no. You were driving Sportster and rammed it. So you have Cosgrave on the ground beside you. You all see Flint rip open the hatch, the top of this tank, throw it away, and dive straight in. You hear gunfire erupting from inside it, and you no longer hear Flint and his lovely little growls. Iriana, I think you're the only one who has not gone yet this turn.
Okay. Does the ability, does Mark Blood summon a swarm of bats? Do I still get that plus on this next roll, or was it just for the last one?
Just for the last one.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, by the way, you have to save Flint 4 points.
Yes.
By the way.
Flint. I will just hop right into that tank with Flint and start swinging my saber. Charge at him.
All
So
right.
let's see. Oh, that's my last use of saber. So is that a plus?
Get a +1.
Okay. So 1, 2, and then 3. So 7 dice.
Oh, damn. I wish you had more.
That's gonna hurt for sure.
Oh shit.
Right. That's
Unless
gonna
you
hurt bad.
Unless you use both of those to defend yourself, you're going down.
Mm-hmm. I guess I just have to. Yeah, I guess I will. That's what we gotta do.
All right, you're defending yourself?
Yep.
All right. You'll still take 1 wound, though.
Not a 5 or 6.
In a 2.
Okay, let's see. A 2 is my suit is torn. Makes sense. Not too bad.
All right. Next round. There are only 3 of you up. Flint and Cosgrave are down. You still have the objective to save Flint, 4 points. And you are a hair's breadth away from escaping this depot. I'm going to start with Nicole.
Oh God.
Is Cosgrove not up? I thought Brianna spent the 4 to
No,
get Cosgrave
Cosgrave
up.
is rescued, but Cosgrave will not be available for the rest of this scene. Cosgrave will come back in the next scene.
Yeah,
Oh, so when you go down, you're down for the
unconscious.
whole rest of the scene.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's not dead, but he is certainly out of it.
okay. Oof, that's tough.
That arm, losing that arm took a toll on that wall.
Okay. I see that it looks fucking grim. What is going on? The 2 seconds, like Nicole has to take off her anachronistic Walkman and be like, "What is this? What is going on?"
That's what you have. That's what happens when you take on a tank, basically.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying not to use the RPG because we're gonna need it, but like obviously we have to use it. So I'm going to go for my quadruple barreled RPG, and try to hit the tank because don't ever mess with my boy Flint. Like, who do you think you are? No. And then I'm gonna have my rats help me gather everyone up. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna shoot with my machine gun. Oh, okay. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. Okay, so here's what I'm trying to do. I am trying to blow up anybody who's messing with Flint and get as much stuff into the car as possible. And if I have any successes to just throw friends into the car, I'm just gonna literally throw you like a sack of potatoes into the vehicle.
All right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Please God. I'm about to roll like 100.
Not bad, not bad.
What did I say?
For,
Okay.
it's 5 to 5.
I have to use my crit to get my RPG back. And then I have 3 other successes. I obviously am gonna take damage no matter what I do, but what do I have to like?
If you do not spend the remaining 3 points to defend yourself, you will go down.
Well, I guess I have to spend the remaining 3 points to defend myself. I can't grab anything while I'm getting beat up. I can't just grab like 2. Like I can't just supermarket sweep that bitch. Like, come on, man.
No, you did recover your RPG though. It turns into a quintuple barrel RPG. But the fire, the intense fire from these infantrymen closing in on your position prevents you.
Right.
In fact, you'll take your first wound of the game, which is going to be a number 5.
Okay, let me see what that is for me. Oh, ow, my thingy! I get a hand injury.
Hand injury. All right.
Oh, that was so whack. Ugh, I'm disgusted. My rats didn't clock in today. I don't even know put my headphones back on.
All right. Chuck, Ariana. I'm going to leave Ariana for last. I want to know what Ariana does in the tank. Chuck, what do you like to do?
What do I see in this warehouse?
Anything you want in terms of a weapon. Except from like a nuke. There's no nukes.
I would imagine there's maybe some grease guns in there of some kind.
Sure.
He's going to grab 2 of those. I don't know if this would count as me dual wielding. Because I know I can dual wield the revolvers and get a plus. Would you count it for the grease guns?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. He's going to grab both of these grease guns and run back out the door and just lay waste to anything within eyesight and try to provide cover for Iriana.
Okay. What is the normal bonus for dual wielding?
I just had it pulled up. +1.
This one? I'm going to give you a +3 with these as you go full auto with these grease guns and unload.
That should be 4. Come on.
Guys, come on.
Oh my god, bro.
Guys.
Oh.
Okay. All right, I have one success. All you need to do is apply one of your successes to reduce damage, because after that doesn't make a difference. So you have one success.
I'll use that one success towards how many do we need to get out of there? We're close, right? Just like 1 or 2.
Yeah, you're very close. But if you leave the scene now, you will leave Flint behind.
I'll put 1 towards getting Flint. Maybe it's just enough cover fire for her to get in there unscathed, maybe, and get inside the tank. Or maybe there's like a Nazi that's about to drop inside the tank, and Chuck just rips them to shreds on top of the tank, giving Iriana a little more time.
Yeah, it's just blood and guts and spray everywhere as these stream of bullets erupt from your guns. But you, in turn, will take some damage here. You're going to take a wound in the number 4.
Or is -1 to all stats. I only have 1 left.
Oof.
All right, Ariana. Save the day for us here.
Okay.
No pressure.
Inside of the tank, filled with blood and guts, Iriana notices some sunglasses on the dashboard of this tank, because there's dashboards and those kind of deals. She adjusts the hula girl as well, and she's just gonna try to like reverse that thing and then get the hell out of there while blasting out of the way in an attempt to save Flint. Get him out of this whole situation and just help her friends get the hell out of Dodge. So I guess that would be shoot, or
Sure.
like maybe I also want to like try to run over some people, just like a straight line towards the exit.
Okay. Which skill do you want here? It could be shoot if you want it to be.
Dang, maybe terrify.
Yeah.
With a tank.
Yeah. So, is there any kind of bonus with the tank?
Yeah. That'll be a plus. Hold on 1 second. That'll be a +3.
+3. Let's see what happens.
Sorry,
Come on.
Plus.
Oh, not bad.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm rolling too well here.
You're
How do you
fine.
want to use
Okay.
your dice?
Man, I got no clue. I gotta defend. I can't take this injury.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I'm just
All
gonna
your dice
defend
to
for all of
defend?
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a bit of a stalemate in this tank as you're trying to steer it towards the exit and your friends, but there are still some surviving crew members in here that are struggling with you, grappling with you, trying to get you off the steering controls.
Right.
Next round. I'm going to start with Chuck this round.
Seeing the tank leave, I think Chuck is going to try to get on top of it as it's driving by, and Chuck's gonna grab the side of it, throw himself on top of it, and jump down with the grease guns and maybe try to get rid of whatever remaining crews on the inside of it,
All right.
and try to help Irana.
This is the second last shot with the grease gun. You're gonna get +4 dice. Okay.
Oh, I think my foundry for there we go. So 4 and then the 1 for duel. Oh, I didn't click a skill. I'm sorry.
No worries. Just click the skill now.
rolling.
We'll add the dice. Nicely done, sir. 3 successes
Alright.
and 2 others. 3 critical successes. You're going to need this. This is Chuck to the rescue, maybe? To my 4 successes. So you have 2, 4,
Chuck
6,
to the
7,
rescue.
8. You have 8
8.
successes to my 4. And yep, 3 of those are critical.
Yeah, so 8 to your 4.
Mhm.
I'll put 4 into not taking any damage because
Yep.
there's no way. If I take any more damage, I'm going down.
Okay.
So that leaves me with 4 left.
You need 3 more to rescue Flint.
I'll put 3 into rescuing Flint, and then 1 into hopefully getting out of here.
That's all you needed. So Chuck, you dive into this tank head first with your grease guns ablaze, bullets ricocheting like mad through this metal tin can. But miraculously, neither you nor your friends are hit by any of these bullets. But you do manage to kill the rest of the crew. And with that, you managed to escape this depot with Flint in tow. Iriana in the tank with you. Nicole, you are still outside by the Volkswagen Beetle.
Mhm.
Cosgrave is lying on the ground near you. How do you want to escape this, Nicole?
Nicole is going to just throw every explosive possible and try to scoop up Iriana into the car. And if I have any extra anything, I'm going to get as many RPGs and more explosives that I can, if that's even possible, because you're rolling like Jesus Christ himself right now. So I'm
All right.
gonna.
You don't have to roll. By the way, you don't have to. All your objectives have been met. You just have to tell me what you want to do, and you can do it.
Okay, so Nicole just runs. She's out of breath for a vampire. She hasn't done as much physical activity in a while. Hope picks up Iriana like a little potato sack, throws her into the car.
Cosgrave.
Cosgrave, like a potato sack. Big himbo. My arm is probably a little dislocated, but I'm too proud to say anything. With 2 arms, I grab as much shit that I can, and then just cartoon running and driving away.
And this little black bug.
Scooby-Doo running. My legs are going like this for a little while before I actually make any movement. And I'm gone. If possible, I'd like to get some more explosives and RPGs so that I can give them to friends. But we are out of here.
Nicely done, guys. You survived this brutal encounter, but having escaped, you now have all your equipment refreshed. You can remove all the pips. Everything's topped up.
Oh man.
Plus, if you want anything else, let me know. We can add that to your loot. Actually, I'm going to say one item. And if you're going to take that item, you have to swap out another item. So I don't want to go crazy here. Cosgrave, Flint, you're back conscious with 1 pip. You can choose which one you want to heal yourself from. If you have blood, you can heal yourself some more if you like at this point. Now, if you guys want to donate blood, you can do that as well.
Flint gives blood to Chuck. Flint pulls him in with his big wings. He saved him, his colony, and he gives him 3 blood. Rather than heal himself, he must heal Chuck.
Aw.
I'd like to think Chuck is like kind of weirded out. He's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, there's little bat sounds.
I'm happy to see you too, buddy. I'm happy to see you too.
All right.
And I'd like to think maybe as Nicole was grabbing stuff, since you said everything was topped up, maybe Nicole found another cowboy hat stacked away.
Oh shit, a cowboy hat.
Epic.
Yes. What color was your hat originally, Chuck? What do you think?
I'd say it was probably like a black hat, since
black
his
hat?
trench coat was
Right.
black. Yeah.
This is going to be a white hat. A white 10-gallon hat. What else? Oh, you also have a tank with 1 use left, giving you +3 on your next roll if you use the tank. The bug, unfortunately, is out of ammo. The machine gun is out of ammo. And there's no additional features to this, but sorry to say. All right, but are you guys all set for the next scene?
Well, I have 3 blood to give.
Okay.
So I don't know what y'all's status is, but Cosgrave, could you use a blood situation?
Probably yes, because I have 4 pips left. Like I have 4 pips clicked off already. So
Okay. Well, you have
I
3 blood.
so
Well, you and for whatever reason, Nicole is drunk driving on the blood, and it's just passing cups around the car, and you end up getting passed cups multiple times. Yeah,
thank you.
super welcome.
In a tank, followed by a black beetle. You make your way down, I think the Champ de Mars, the main avenue towards Eiffel Tower. It is eerily quiet now. The sounds of war, bombs dropping, gunfire, just a distant rumble at this time. And ahead of you rises the Eiffel Tower like a skeletal god. No longer a symbol of beauty, but a Nazi stronghold, bathed in floodlights and crawling with soldiers. Above you, you can see planes, Nazi planes, swarming the skies. The elevators themselves in the Eiffel Tower have been retrofitted. They are out of service. Instead, you'll have to make your way up by hand, climbing the ladders, the scaffolding, the grids, cables that zigzag up the tower to the top, where the Zeppelin, gold-plated Zeppelin, is moored. You can see power, electricity coursing through the wires and cables running up and down this Zeppelin, carrying along with it some sort of encrypted transmissions, likely from the ground to the summit. You look at this tower and you can't help but think, this is just one long barrel and you are staring right down the middle of it. What would you like to do? Your goal here, your objective here, is to get to the top of the tower. Between you and it is an infantry squad, armored, which means they have a challenge rating of 1. And you can see the planes above. You can see paratroopers falling from the sky. And they will also be. So you have 2 threats. The soldiers on the tower and the paratroopers. You're driving up in your tank and your beetle. What would you like to do? I'm going to have the drivers act first. Chuck, you're driving the tank. You're taking the point. What are you doing?
Chuck is going to so the tank is out of everything, correct? No.
You have 1 use left of the tank.
And that's just whether it be the gun or just running people over?
Yep.
Okay. The immediate threat Chuck sees is the armored squad in front of him. He's going to just maybe tell Ariana to man the gun, and I just see her just doing that, trying to spin the barrel towards the armored unit at the base of the Eiffel Tower and just lets it rip.
All right. Go ahead. Take that. It's going to be a shoot skill, right?
Yeah, shoot.
All right, with a +4.
How many? You're not going to tell us how many successes we got to have to actually climb the tower?
No.
Okay.
Luckily, I'm only rolling 4 dice. All right, so you have 3 successes. One of them is a critical to my 3 successes. So you have 4 to my 3.
All right, so I'd like to think I'm just gonna not take any of the damage because I mean we're in a tank, so I feel like any kind of bullets would just kind of ding off the armor. And as the round lets off, it hits the squad, and then he just floors it to just get past the rest of the remaining ones and pull up as close as he can get us to the Eiffel Tower. And I'll put 1 towards getting up the tower.
Nice. Unfortunately, I'm going to let you retcon that because you need this. Getting up the tower has a challenge rating of 1 as well. So
Okay.
you need at least 2 successes to apply 1.
All right.
You can still drink blood, or
Maybe as
apply it to another threat.
Irianos takes the wheel after firing the round off, one of the Nazi bodies gets sent into the sky, and as we're running through the armored unit, Chuck grabs one, chunks him down, drinks him, and throws him into the tank for the others to feed on.
That's the spirit.
There we go. Nothing like good old Nazi blood. All right. Nicole, you're pulling up behind this tank.
Yeah, Nicole's pulling up behind the tank and sees the shenanigans that are going on and just wants to put them into abject darkness. So she casts. What is this? She creates a pitch black environment for the soldiers to bump into each other with, so it could be easier for us to ambush. Adding 2. On top of that, whizzes a bunch of a smoke grenade. Adding 1, and then just stretches her arm out and then chucks some dynamite as if she's throwing frisbee golf at these Nazis. So that will be shoot plus 7, 8.
All right. The
Yeah.
pitch black, by the way, you are marking your blood for that, right?
I have to use blood to use that?
Yeah, it costs 1 blood every time you use it.
I used it twice last time and I have 2 blood, so I'll just take my blood off. But I guess I won't use it this time. Instead, I'll use dynamite and smoke grenades instead, and then we'll be even. So that'll be 6.
All right.
4, 5, 6. Don't be bad. Good.
There we
Ooh.
go. That's better. There we go.
Nice. Okay. I'm so glad that I got a special. I have something called Sapper. Whenever I use explosives, it reduces the challenge rating by 1. So I want to reduce the challenge rating to 0 for the people that are on the ground. So I'll use that for my crit, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. One of those is going to be used to defend myself, and I'll have 3 left. I'm going to use one of those. Actually, I'm going to use one of those 3 to get some blood back, and then 2 against the threat, and then just Naruto run straight up to the tower. Just running real fast straight to the tower.
1 it has a challenge rating of 1, so you need 2 successes to apply 1.
Oh, damn. All right, well then I won't do that. I will not take any blood. I will bring the challenge rating down to 0. And also, are we ever going to see Ubermensch again, or are we done mention?
No. So you use your super to reduce the challenge rating of the infantry squad from 1 to 0.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Maybe I misunderstood what you said just now.
All right. So the tower itself, achieving your objective of climbing the tower, has a challenge rating of 1. The infantry squad that you're facing also has a challenge rating of 1.
I want to reduce the infantry squad's challenge rating.
All right.
Okay.
Then you use another one to defend yourself. And so you had 3 left. You used 2 of them against the infantry squad, what I recall, and you used 1 left. But that's not. But what that 1 is not enough to apply to the objective. So did you want to drink with that one?
Yeah, I'll
All
drink with.
All right. Cool. All right. Any volunteers for who's next?
Flint drops his grappling hook. Long talons come out on his hands. He looks up at the sky and sees those little white parachuters falling down. He makes a noise in his throat. He's going to pluck them out like marshmallows in dark chocolate. He throws his grappling hook up on top of the Eiffel Tower, and he goes climbing up, and then he launches off of it, spreads his wings, and goes from parachuter to parachuter to parachuter to parachuter, like a little pinball, just grazing.
All right.
So he gets 1 dice for wings, 2 dice for grappling hook, and 1 dice for his talons. So that gives him 8 dice.
All right. My 4. Nice. All right, I have 2 successes to your 4. One of yours is this critical.
Yeah, he's going to use one of those. He's going to use his 6, and he's going to use his bone armor as he's hopping from parachuter to parachuter, feeding on them. And he's going to knock out those 2 successes. The
Nice.
infantry on the bottom are shooting at him, but they're ricocheting and hitting their own people off his bone armor. And he's going to use that. So that leaves him with 3 successes total.
Yeah.
And I think narratively it makes sense that he's climbing the tower. Like he's just, it's not like he jumps off and he goes down to the ground. He's like hopping from parachuter to parachuter, using them like a little blood ladder all the way up to the top of the Eiffel Tower. And he's going to put 3 successes into the tower.
All
or
right.
just 2 successes. He only needs to put 2 successes in, right?
Well,
Or
if
he
you
has
put
to put
3
at
in, it'll be -1 because of the challenge rating. So it'll be 2 successes for the tower.
Yeah, I think he'll put the 3 into the tower.
Okay. All right. So you guys see Flint climbing up the tower.
Parachuter by parachuter.
Parachuter by parachuter. Cosgrave. Barely conscious after surviving the last scene. What would you like to do now in the back of this Volkswagen Beetle?
He's probably gonna end up looking around him and then just like kind of trying to figure out the best course of action of how to like sneak past these guys to like just go up the tower. I still have no idea what Bottle Ghosts is, so I don't know if I can use that right now, but I'm gonna
Bottle Ghosts. What is the plus here?
walk through walls, I think. Yeah, pass through walls.
Pass through walls. So you could use this. I don't know. Maybe to pass through some of the barricades around the Eiffel Tower to get through it if you want. Whatever you want.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
I think that would be relevant for a stealth check if you're going to do a sneak. So.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. So I'm gonna do that,
Okay.
and I'm gonna add those 2 dice. What? Oh, come on. 1, 2. There we go. Roll.
All right, 2 successes, one of them critical. To my 3. I think since you only have the 1 pip of health left. Is that correct?
No, because Nicole gave me some blood earlier to heal one of them.
Okay.
So I have 3 left.
All right, you're good. You can take a wound then.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm probably gonna try and at least start climbing. Like,
Okay. All right, so you start climbing, and are you going to use any of your successes to defend yourself? You have to use at least 1, otherwise you're down again.
yeah, I'll use the 2 to climb. I'll use the critical to climb, and then the non-critical to defend myself.
All right, so you will take 1 wound, and that wound is going to be in the number 6.
Okie dokie. I'm glad I took that one off, because otherwise I would not be able to use blood right now. So
All right, so Valint hopping from parachuter to parachuter, making his way up, Cosgrave sneaking past the barricades and stealthily making your way up through the shadows of the Eiffel Tower. Iriana, what would you like to do?
Okay, you guys see Iriana just start chain smoking some cigarettes. She's gonna like smoke 2 cigarettes extremely quick. That lets me get 4 blood. I'm going to heal with 3 blood, so now I'm back at 1 blood.
You can only use it once per turn, though, right?
The cigarettes?
Yeah.
It's just an item.
Yeah, but you can only use it once per turn.
Once a turn?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, let's see. I have 2 blood right now, so that'll put me at 4. I'll heal, so that leaves me with 1 blood. Then I'll use Dark Glamour. Basically, try to like mesmerize some soldiers. I want to get up there posing as like a beautiful French woman, and then hopefully get past their whatever soldiers like want to stop me. And then once I'm kind of up on the tower with an elevated position, I'm gonna start picking them off Nazis so my friends can get a better chance at climbing the tower.
All right.
So, could I roll con and then add my hunting rifle with the plus?
How's the con? What are you doing?
Well,
again?
first I gotta deceive these Nazis, and because Iriana's gonna make herself like appear extremely gorgeous, and then walk past these Nazis.
Not a threat. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Non-threatening at all. Okay, so that'll give me +1. Okay, so I'll be rolling 5. Let's see. Oh no, 6. Sorry. There we go.
All right. I have 2 successes. You have 3. One of them being critical.
Okay. I'll spend my crit to do some damage to the infantrymen. God, that word is difficult. And then I'll use the other 2 to like climb. Oh wait, no, I gotta defend myself, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, you're going down.
Yeah. So I'll defend
you're
for
not
2 and then
going to.
climb for 1.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll defend for 2 and then climb for 1.
All right.
Sweet.
All right. So 3 of you are up on the tower, making your way up, despite the infantry and the paratroopers. Next round, I'm going to start with Flint this time.
I think he's still dangling on a parachuter. He's running out of parachuters because they can only drop so many so fast. He thought maybe he could climb all the way up to the bomber And that would have been just great. Just tear off the wings and glide it into the Eiffel Tower, but damn it, he's running out of them. I think he's just going to bound off the last one as they go fluttering down in their broken, bloody parachutes and use the darkness and his wings to somersault over on top of the Eiffel Tower. He looks up and he sees the giant moon, but he's got to come down eventually. And then he turns back over. Damn it, Hitler's waiting. So I think that's going to be a sneak plus wings. It's just a 4 dice.
Two successes. To my 2.
To your 2?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an even match. I guess he just somersaults over on top to the top of the Eiffel Tower. It's a no-sum game. He's waiting for everyone else, making sounds at him. He should be up here by now. He just flies over, sees the moon, and lands on the top. He's holding on the top of the Eiffel Tower, looking down, going, "This is such a great spot." Now he's looking for Hitler. Oh, there's the dirigible. He has to wait for everyone else, and he just lands on top and wait for them.
I'm going to go with Nicole next.
Okay, I see what Flint is doing, and I'm trying to figure out how can I do that too. So I'm just running up the side of the Eiffel Tower.
Yep.
What the fuck? All right. Jesus. I'm just start climbing. I don't know that a full motorcycle outfit is the best outfit to climb in. But I begin to climb. As I'm climbing, I'm gonna throw some fire bombs down at people, just because why? Fuck them. And I'm also gonna throw some smoke grenades down at people because also fuck them as well. So that'll give me a +3 to my roll. And let's see what we are gonna do here. Oops, okay. Shoot. 1, 2, 3. Wait, I should probably use an ability or something. Every time I use an ability, it's a blood. No, right?
It'll say mark of blood.
Oh, okay. None of my advances say mark of blood.
Pitch black says mark of blood. That's
Oh, okay.
rat swarm also marks blood.
Oh, damn. When am I gonna get more Uber images? Did mine roll or no? No, I sure didn't. All right. So shoot. It's 1, 2, 3. Don't be bad. You good?
Did I just roll that?
You did. I didn't know what you were
Okay.
rolling.
Okay, that was my roll. So I got no successes to your
Ooh.
4, one of them being a crit.
Okay, fantastic. With that, I've got 5 successes.
Mhm.
How much do I need in order to scurry up the top of the Eiffel Tower?
You need at least 2 to get 1 success. You guys are about halfway up.
Okay, so I'm gonna use that 2 in order to get further up.
Okay.
But I'll have 3 left. So with the 3 that are left, can I use 2 more to get further up
You sure can.
to the top? Okay. I'm gonna do that. And then I'll have 1 left. And what can I do with that 1 since I'm
You can
just
drink
running?
blood or damage a threat.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm gonna find the first parachuter that I can find, nab him, flip him upside down, and drink him like he's a keg, and then continue to scurry up. So I'll just take a blood on my way. Ah, Falent, it's beautiful up here. Let's go.
All right.
We wait for others.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna call on. Anyone volunteer? Chuck, you're up.
Seeing as I think Chuck's the only one that's still at the bottom of the tower. It is there's smoke grenades going off around me. There's fire bombs that are falling everywhere. There's body parts from all of the paratroopers that Flint has dismembered and bounced his way up. And Chuck is going to. You said the elevators were out of order, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way I can fix them?
You sure can try.
Chuck is going to get out, make his way towards the Eiffel Tower, sling the door open, rip the box off of the elevator, and try to fix it and muddle to himself, they're always taking the hard way up. And I'm going to use my... For some reason, none of my stuff is saving. I still have all these pips. I'm going to use my tool belt and then try to use elbow grease again. So that'll give me +1 to jerry rigging. Oh, found it. Okay, there it goes.
Oh, nice roll.
Nice.
Very good.
I got 2 to your 4, one of them being critical for you.
So with the critical, I'll activate the elbow grease, which would knock it down, which would knock the objective rating down by 4.
Okay. That is enough to complete this objective as the elevator whirs to life and you walk in and you start soaring up to the roof. But you have 3 successes left.
I'll put 2 into not taking damage, and then 1 into drinking. It says mark. Okay, shot full of holes. So I have to mark 1 blood at the start of every turn until I fix that.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm still just back at one blood then. I'd like to think maybe there's a Nazi that's maybe working on the elevator, and as the door opens, I grab him and just drink him, throw him aside, rip the panel open, start putting wires together, not knowing really what any of the wires do. It's just pure luck. He's just putting wires to wires until he hears the ding, and then he starts to ascend up to the top where the door opens and he sees Flint and Nicole at the top.
All right. I'm going to say Iriana, Cosgrave, you guys can pile into this elevator too as you guys
Cool.
head on up the next scene, which is the Zeppelin. Okay. The mooring clamps groan as the Zeppelin shifts in the wind. You step from the tower's gantry into the gondola's golden halls. The air inside thick with cigar smoke and menace. Every surface gleams lacquered mahogany, inlaid gold stolen art. Trophies from half a dozen continents line the walls, alongside propaganda posters and broadcast equipment humming with potential. Swastikas and the bright red banners hang from every window. But you're not here to make a speech. You're here to end one. Beyond this corridor, beyond this room, is Hitler's inner sanctum. And the only thing standing between you and him are the Vampire Jaeger cadre. Now, these are individuals bred to be vampire hunters. They turn to you, and some of them, they look like these folks here. Some of them look like skeletons that have been raised from the dead. Others covered in scars. You see one that looks like Van Helsing, of course. Another one that looks like Buffy. So, as the elevator dings and the doors slide open, the three of you step out as Flint and Nicole climb up the exterior and land in the hallway with these gentlemen. I'm going to say that the folks in the elevator get here first. And Iriana, Cosgrave, you didn't have a chance to act in the last scene. So I'm going to start with Cosgrave. You're going to kick us off. What would you like to do?
So I am assuming I am in point blank range of them.
Yep. Or if not, you
Okay.
can easily move up to one. Yep.
Okay, so did you say for equipment that like for each scene we could take a pip off, or like is that not something you said? Because I don't remember.
Every time you use it, like you roll the extra dice associated with that piece of equipment, you mark a pip off.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I did that the last time I used it. So I'm gonna mark a pip off on that, and then I'm gonna do point blank on one of them, and we'll see how that goes.
Now these vampire Jaeger, vampire hunters, they have the same ability as you. If I roll a 6 on any of my dice, that will count as 2 successes for me.
Okay.
No.
Fun.
And I will be rolling 6 dice.
Oh Jesus.
So I have 4 successes to your 2.
Oi. Yeah, I'm definitely using both of them to defend myself.
All right. Yeah, good choice. So you are going to take a wound in the number 1.
In the number 1. Okay. Where are you? Yikes. Okay. One more and then I'm down.
All right. Can you describe? Oh, you've lost another arm, it looks like. Okay.
Yeah, I Wait.
All right. So as the doors open, Cosgrave, you boldly step out with your sawed-off shotgun, trying to fire one point blank. But before you get the shot off, one of these menacing vampire hunters steps forward and with the flick of a blade, chops your arm off. Iriana.
I go, whoa, whoa, whoa. We are not the vampires you're looking for. That you just missed them. I'm just gonna try to convince him otherwise that we're actually good people. And I'm gonna look at Flint and go, yeah, Jedi mind trick. I'm gonna look at Flint and go, that's just our pet. Don't mind all the blood and gore on him. So yeah, let's try it out.
All right.
Oh, and I'm also smoking a cigarette. I'm gonna get 2 blood back. Let's see. I'm going to mark 1 blood to use what is it called? Dark Glamour once more.
Okay.
So let me do that really quick. Here we go.
Oh, that's not good.
That's really good. Oh, it's still taking. I still
Oh
know
my
what
god, I
roll.
got no successes. I got 0 successes on that one. So you still have 1 net success. Oh, by the way, your objective here. You don't necessarily have to kill these guys. You just have to get past them.
Okay. And I say, yeah, we're just not the guys you're looking for, and I just confidently walk past.
All right. because there are these 5 individuals between you and the exit at the other end of this hallway, there is a challenge rating of 1. So you'll need at least 2 successes to.
Okay. In that case, I'll drink some blood.
All right.
I'll totally drink some blood.
I just need to check something here. All right. These guys, although they are pumped with some special juice, they are not considered Ubermensch, unfortunately. All right. That brings us to Chuck.
I'm assuming this room is very lavish, and I'm sure there's probably a huge chandelier hanging above these guys.
Of course.
And I think Chuck is going to pull out his dual revolvers and try to shoot the chandelier down and hit him with it.
All right. Let's even roll a fix on this one if you like.
Okay.
That's better than your shoot.
Yeah, and then
but then you won't get the dual shot. Yes,
I could use my tool belt for jerry rigging.
Either one.
Somehow,
If you want your tool belt, all your guns.
I'd say maybe there's a cord that's on the wall somewhere that's holding the chandeliers up, and Chuck sees it at the corner of his eye and rushes over, and just like with the elevator, he just tries to rip it to shreds and use his toolkit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. That's rolling terrible. I either roll really good or just terrible. Oh, wow.
All right, you're going down regardless. So where do you want to spend that 1 success?
You said that we have to have 2 successes to get by him.
Yeah.
He'll drink some blood, I have to have 2 to do damage to them.
No, these guys don't have a challenge rating.
Okay, then he'll put a point of damage into the squad.
The vampire cadre. All right. All right. Oops. And you are going to go down with a wound in number 3.
-1 to all stats.
All right.
Or maybe. Well, I'm already down, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll save my white hat.
All right. So you see Chuck emerge from the elevator, see the cord that kind of holds the chandelier up there, reaches for it, attempts to cut it before he can. These vampire hunters, one of them hurls a stake at Chuck, and the wooden stake impales him, and Chuck, you are downed. And you can just hear a chuckle and sinister laugh rise from these 5 vampire hunters as they stand arrogantly, boldly in front of you and your prey. Flint.
Flint is on the top of the Eiffel Tower with Nicole. He looks down. Time to fly. And he jumps, takes his grappling hook, and he hits the scaffolding of the blimp's outer covers and goes screeching down the side. And then the gondola is right below it, and he goes crashing through a window, hits the ground, rolls up, shows his talons, and then listens because he's looking for something alive. He has to eat. He's listening for one of them that has a heartbeat, something that's not a skeleton, something that's still alive. And then he senses it, and he attacks them. So he's using his grappling and his steel gouging claws and his skill called Sense Heartbeat.
Nice.
So that's 8 dice.
All right. Oh, by the way, you have a new objective 4 to save Chuck.
Yeah.
Man.
Nicely done.
Oh, there you go.
I have 2 successes to your 4. One of your 4 is a critical.
2. So that'd give me. So is that 5 successes to your 2?
That would be 5 successes, yeah. For you.
Yeah, it's a wash. I need more 1s. That's what I need. He isn't going to take damage. I think.
Okay. All right.
He's going to put 1 success into getting past them. And I think as he hits the ground, rolling in through the windows, he sees Chuck's on the ground. And he just grabs him and picks him up. And he shreds into the vampire hunting one that has a heartbeat, stealing blood from it. And then he looks at Chuck and he just goes, "Wah!" Vomits it all over the top of him and gives him the 3 blood he gets because he's ravenous, and he takes 3 blood in whenever he does melee, and he gives that 3 blood directly to Chuck.
All right. All right. So I just want to do the counting again. 2 to defend yourself. That leaves you 3 left.
I put 1 into objective, and I put 2 into Chuck.
Okay. You would have to put 2 into the objective to get 1.
All right. I put 2 into the objective and 1 into Chuck. And I
Alright.
give Chuck 3 blood.
All right. All right. Nicole.
Okay. Nicole has been looking down this entire time to see if she could find her favorite vampire hunter, Blade, but he's not there, and that is upsetting. So she turns off all the lights in the Eiffel Tower, comes down shooting the cut down rifle and the submachine gun, just riddling these lesser vampire hunters with bullets, and clearly offended that all this is happening. Worlds of firebomb at them. So that's gonna be 7 plus to whatever I'm about to roll here for shoot.
All right.
And 4, 5, 6, 7. And how dare they come without blade? What were they thinking? Bro, you can't keep rolling like this.
All right.
Okay.
I have 5 successes.
Why?
6s count as 5. 6s count as 2 for vampire hunters.
I know. Okay. So I'm gonna use my 6. I'm gonna use fire bombs. Let me see if I have any more of those after this. I'm gonna use my 6 to get my firebomb back.
Okay.
Just because I'm gonna need that for later. So I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 successes, and you have. Come on, man. How are we supposed
5.
to? We're supposed to prevail in this way. How are we supposed to prevail? That's my question. Yeah, I guess I have to take an injury because I'm 1 short.
Yeah. But you only need to spend 2. Hold on, 1, 2. No, you have to spend 3 of your remaining 4 to just take an injury and not get downed.
Oh, so then I'll have 1 left over.
Yeah. You'll get 1 left over plus, and you'll take a wound.
Okay, so with my 1 left over, okay, this is what I meant to say. I have something called Sapper, which if I hit something with an explosive, it reduces the threat level, the challenge level by 1. And so I would like to reduce the challenge level for hitting, no, because we're not even trying to kill the vampire hunters, for getting Chuck by 1. Can I do that?
The only thing that has a challenge rating here is your objective, and explosives don't help with that, unfortunately.
Oh, so it wouldn't make the challenge rating go down for the vampire hunters?
But there is no challenge rating for the vampire hunters.
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then I guess I will just bite someone. What else can I do? Someone's getting bit. You're not
Yeah.
Blade. Mahershala Ali. Wesley Snipes.
All right. You will take a wound in the number 4.
Okay. Fantastic. Just a graze. You're still in the game, gang.
All right. So, top of the next round, I'm going to call on Ariana first.
Okay. Noticing Chuck run towards the chandelier and try to, tear it down, I'm going to also run over to the chandelier, try to climb the wall, put an explosive rune on top of the chandelier, and attempt to do some shenanigans and have it blow up on him. Maybe
Okay.
like cut it down out of the sky with my saber.
Okay.
So could I potentially use the saber and the runes for this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's +3. And what do you think this roll would be? Maybe like
It'll either be a fix or a brawl, I think, would be.
fixer brawl. Okay.
Or
just
do
do
you
a
have
fix.
another suggestion?
I really don't. I have no clue.
Okay.
I
Okay.
just wanted to
Alright.
use some items.
All right.
Oh, not bad.
All right. I have 3
Okay.
successes to your 4.
I'll use 3 to protect myself, and then the other one for the objective. Try to get past him as the chandelier falls on the heads of like 3 of these vampire hunters.
Fortunately, because the objective has a challenge rating, 1.
Oh
is not
man, you're
enough.
totally right. I will drink some blood.
All right.
I will drink some blood. Damn.
All right, these guys, these vampire hunters, I mean, they're still in good health, but they seem to be a little paler for all the blood that you guys are taking from them. But they're still very, very, very much alive and in your face, very much a threat. Flint. I think you muted?
No,
Oh, okay.
Flint's trying to think, and thinking is slow for Flint. Things are going through in his head. He's looking down at Chuck. Shit. Well, that's what he would say if he could say shit, but he can't really say shit. So he just lays Chuck on the ground and pats him on the top of his head, figuring it'll be fine. The colony will take care of him because he is supposed to wade into these individuals and just wreak havoc. That's the best he's got. So he's just going to brawl with
Okay.
1 extra dice from his steel gouging claws.
All right. Is that the last use of them too?
No, because they got refreshed.
Okay. Oh no, Flint. Remember, you guys have
Oh,
flashback,
no.
right?
Yeah.
If you-
I think he's got to do that now. You can roll yours first, and we'll see what happens. Maybe you won't get
wanna-
any.
That's
But yeah,
true.
he'll probably
That's
use
true.
a flashback.
That's true. I'll roll to see what you're looking at.
Right. You might not get any. It might be a standoff, or you could get 6.
I got 3 successes. I got 3 successes. So
Yeah,
yeah,
here,
you
use the
would be down.
flashback.
You better use that flashback.
All right.
All right. So go ahead and roll a d6 for me. Just 1. All right. Roll again. We've had this one already. All right, and one more time. 2 3s. All right. All right. So, you were given the job long ago when you were just a wee vampire bat to assassinate a Nazi general at an opera, very similar to the one you experienced earlier. But during this operation, you encountered a young Nicole. Not yet a Fang operative. How did Flint recruit her?
Surely with guile and prettiness. I think Nicole likes to drive fast. She moves quickly, and I think Flint recognized that, and he took her up on the huge gondola that was over the opera house, going up the spiral staircase that just winds up around the edge of the opera house into the little trapdoor on the very top, and pops it open, and him and Nicole are just sitting up there. She probably has brought up a bottle of wine and a couple glasses, and Flint kind of doesn't sneak because Flint can't sneak. He's just too big. She's sitting there sipping her wine, and then he just unfurls his wings, grabs her under the armpits, and dives straight down over the bell of the opera house, and they just go screaming down towards the pavement. You know, like it's a giant slide roller coaster drop from above, and he knew that Nicole was going to be right for Fang because she just hooped and hollered all the way down. Like, the faster they went, the closer they came to the ground. She just told him to wait. He's about ready to unfold her wings, and you could just hear Nicole say, "Wait a little longer," and they go barreling towards the ground. Very last minute, she goes, "Now, Flint, now." His wings pop out. They barely hit the ground, and they just hit the ground, slide a little bit on their bellies, and then they just kind of roll over. And it's the first time Nicole heard Flint laugh, this kind of rolling, big kind of darkness that the colony of bats used to call him. And that's how he started to recruit Nicole.
Yeah. Remember that scene from Aladdin, A Whole New World? That
It's just like that.
Just like that. Nice. Beautiful. All right, Flint, re-roll your dice for me, please.
Crit.
All right, that's much better. 3 successes to my 3 successes. How do you want to use your dice?
Yeah, I think it's a no-sum game. 3 successes to 3 successes. So I think he uses 1 success not to take damage. So he's going to take 1 wound. And his whole meaning is to protect his colony. So he takes 1 wound, and wings kind of unfurl behind him, and his shadow just drops over Chuck, and he feeds 2 successes into Chuck to try to get him on his feet, and he takes a wound.
Just 1 more success to save Chuck, and your wound, Flint, is going to be in the 5.
Yeah, you just see him take that wound, and then the blood just pulses out of him again, and it seals back up as he spends blood to get rid of it.
Nice.
Of course, he's empty now, and that's a terrible thing.
Oh no. Nicole.
For some reason, A Whole New World is stuck in Nicole's head. Last verse, same as the first. She goes ahead and just starts chucking firebombs at people again. Why won't you burn? And then with 1 cut down rifle in one hand and a submachine in the other hand, she just does like this cross cut, like, I don't know, fucking Scarface situation, firing on them at the same time. and she sends out her rats one more time
All
for,
right.
for special effects. So that's gonna bring her for 2, 5, 6, 7 dice.
All right. And you mark the blood for the rats, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got my rat blood, yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh.
Not bad.
All right.
I only have 2 successes.
Oh,
Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. All right, so I have 8 successes.
2, 4, 5, 6. You have 7 successes.
Oh, I have 7? Okay, that's fine. I swear I did really good at math. So I'm going to use one of those crits or specials to get my firebomb back.
Mhm.
So then I have 5 left, I guess. Yeah. I'm going to use one of those 5 to get Chuck up, right?
Okay.
And then, so that's 1 of 5. And then I'm going to use 2 more in order to get past the bad guys. Again, why don't they have blades? So I have 2 left.
Okay.
And with those 2 left, I am going to drink 2 blood.
All right. You're not defending yourself then.
Oh shoot! How many did you give on me? Okay,
2.
I'm going to drink 1 blood.
Whether you drink 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. You're still going to take. You have to spend both of those points because my 6s count as 2 successes.
Oh,
for these
okay.
guys. Yeah.
Then I'm going to drink none blood, and I'm going to just scurry right along, humming my Disney song.
All right, Chuck. What I'm going to say, because this is one of the last scenes, Chuck, since you are back in the game, I will let you take actions, but you have no pips left. So next wound you take, you're dropping again, and then it'll be another 4 objective points to get you back up. So your choice. You can either come up or stay down.
And Flint gave him 3 blood.
All right, and Flint gave you 3 blood. So if you want, you can heal yourself for the 1 at this point.
All right. Well, actually, no, because if I get back up, that would be my turn, so I'd have 2 blood
Okay.
because of the pip. I've got to get rid of that. I mean, yeah. Mark 1 blood at the start of every
Actually,
turn.
you can heal. You can heal at any time. So if you want to, as soon as you get that blood, you can heal and get rid of that condition.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll get rid of that. That'll take this to 0. Well, there we go. Yeah, I mean, he'll get back up. Why not?
All right.
So I just with 1 hit though, I go right back down.
Yep.
All right. He'll get back up then. How many do we need towards our objective marker?
You
2.
have 2 successes against your objective so far, and you have done 1 damage to this cadre.
I will. I don't have any blood. I will, in a last-ditch effort, just unleash a hail of bullets out of these revolvers into these guys, and just try to get as many into the objective that we can.
Okay.
Coup de grace, I guess.
All right. Good shooting.
Here we go. That's what I'm talking about.
2, 3, 4 points.
So I got 4 to you. Oh, I'm looking at the one you just rolled. Oh,
4 to my 5.
Andrew, you're killing me with these rolls. literally killing me with these rolls.
man.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know what it is.
So 4 to your 5,
Yeah.
right?
You're going down anyway,
Uh,
so if you want to spend all 4 on something,
Yeah, I'll put all 4 into the objective.
all right. Well, -1 is going to be 3.
Oh, yeah.
All right, because it's challenge rating. So Chuck, with the blood that Flint gave you, you feel your heart beat again. The deep breath. You bounce to your feet, guns in your hands. You start opening up. The fury of your bullets, wreaking havoc on the inside of this beautiful room, scattering the cadre for just a moment, allowing a little bit of space for you and your friends to advance further into the room before they close in and they gun you down once more. All right. Cosgrave.
Okay. I just want to make sure I am remembering this correctly, that the last one that I got injury-wise was in 1, and my arm got ripped off, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I only had 1 injury left that I could take before I go down. So Chuck went down, yeah?
Yeah, also, can I retcon something real quick?
Sure.
One of my advances is when you mark an injury, reduce the rating of a threat you're engaged with by 2. So would that reduce their rating by 2?
It would reduce the cadre's rating by 2.
Okay.
And you received 2 injuries from them, didn't you? Or do you have to mark a blood for that or something?
No, it doesn't say anything about blood. It is an advance, so I don't know if I would have to roll for it.
No, it's just a
Just
thing.
as whenever you take damage. So it's like a passive, I guess.
When you mark an injury, reduce the rating of a threat you're engaged with by 2. Wow, every time. All right, so their rating has gone down by 4 then. So yeah, they are suddenly not looking so hot.
Oh yeah.
So their numbers have dwindled. They are down to 2 of their members are down. Buffy and the skeleton are down. All right. All right. Sorry, Cosgrave. Go ahead.
So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Have we met our goal of getting past them, or are we trying to get?
No, you're just past the middle of the room.
Okay.
There are only 3 members of this cadre left.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. So I don't know how that would work okay. So I'm probably gonna trying to figure out which one that would be. Sorry, I just want to make sure that's not gonna end well for me. So I'm gonna try and sneak around them.
Okay.
See how that works.
All right.
And I have -1 to all stats, so I guess just take the first 2.
Yeah,
Oh
you're
my
going down.
god.
You're going down, Cosgrave.
Weird.
How do you want to spend your critical success, the 1 critical success?
I guess I'll drink 2 blood. Because it's not going to make a difference if I defend myself or not. So.
Yeah, and I also will say, since this is your last pip. Sorry, and Chuck, that was your sixth. Was that your sixth pip, or is that your Cosgrave? I just want to check. Is this your last point of health that is going away?
Yeah, it's my last pip.
Cosgrave, you are going up in
Nah.
blaze of glory.
I've still got one more pip.
Yeah, Cosgrave, you are dead.
Ooh.
You have
No.
8d6 that you can roll now. Ignore this roll that you have for your sneak. Roll 8d6 for me, please.
Okay. 8d6. Ay. Oh, come on, I want to know what. So 8, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. First
Alright.
time I'm dying in a campaign of Andrews. So,
You have 5 successes. We don't count specials in this. 5 successes. What do you want to apply those 5 successes to? You remember you're about halfway through this room. Chuck is down. And you need 4 successes to bring him back up. And these guys are badly wounded. So, what would you like to do?
so no one's put anything towards Chuck's yet.
No, he just went down.
Okay. So I guess I'll put 4 into Chuck getting up, and then 1 to getting them out of the room.
All right. Because there's a challenge rating of 1, you can't really do that.
Yeah.
You can apply
Okay, so
damage
I'll
to these guys.
So I'll am I able to spend any of my blood
No.
at all? No, okay. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. So I'll and I'm assuming I can't use any of my equipment either, so I'm just gonna
Nope.
do
Yeah, I think the only thing you can do with your last point is to apply damage to the cadre.
okay, so I'm just gonna apply damage then. Like I guess full force, like as I'm going down, just like try and topple one of them over and have them go down with me.
All right. So there are now only 2 members of the cadre left: Van Helsing and the skeleton. It's a shame Blade really isn't here, but Cosgrave, in this last moment of selflessness, you push Chuck to safety. Chuck, you're back in the fight if you like. No, you don't gain any health or anything. You're just back up. But in doing so, Cosgrave, all 3 of the remaining vampire hunters descend upon you with their crossbows and stakes. They start driving into you with everything they have. And as you can feel that life blood draining from you, Cosgrave, in your last final act of defiance, you grab one of them, roll over the edge of this gondola, hang from this gilded zeppelin, and plummet to the ground with him. And that is the end of Cosgrave. However, all of you now see another drop coffin falling from the sky, smashing open at the top of the Eiffel Tower, and replacing Cosgrave. You will now play another character. Hold on. One second, I just have to figure out how to switch characters from you. In the meantime, I'm gonna switch to Nicole. What would you like to do? Oh, have you guys all gone? You guys haven't gone yet, have you? Nicole.
Oh, okay. I see Cosgrave go down, and I'm like, what the? And I'm going to. I've already completed our objective, but our objective now, and Chuck is back up, right?
Chuck is back up.
So what would Nicole think the objective is now?
Either to kill this cadre or get to the door at the other end of the room.
Okay, so I'm at the door, but I will use my turn to try to kill this cadre. Then, so I'm going to, again, more fire bombs, more fire. Double cut down rifle, machine gun, which will add 5. I'm gonna spin a blood to send out my little rat friends. They're off their 15-minute union break. And that will bring me up to 6 extra dice. So let's see what we can do with that. Okay, not bad. Ooh, 3 specials.
Wow, nice. I'll just roll quickly for these guys. We got 6 successes.
Oh, come on. Okay, so I am gonna use my 3 successes. Well, can I use 2 of my successes and sorry. What do your crits do? Does that mean that I have to do 2, 4, 6, that I have to give 6 in order to not get damaged?
Correct.
Well, I'm gonna have to get damaged because I want to get my firebomb back. So I guess that means that how many do I have to give?
So you have to reduce my damage by at least 4.
Oh. All right. So and I'll just take 1 damage. Like I'll get hurt 1 time by reducing it by 4.
Yep.
Okay, so that means that I have 3 things here to work with. So I'll use one of those things to get some blood. Then I have 2 more. Oh, sorry.
You used one of your specials to recover your ammo. You used 4 to reduce the damage to a minor wound. You have 1 success left.
Okay, so God, we're never gonna succeed. It's like such an uphill battle at this point. Okay, so I will use 1 to damage the cadre. Because you can't get hit with a firebomb and not feel it. So they gotta get barbecued.
All right. And you will take that wound in the number 3.
Okay. All right.
What does that say?
It says mark 1 blood at the start of your turn.
Okay, so you're going to be losing blood every turn.
Yep.
All right. And who do you want to kill? The skeleton or Van Helsing?
I would say Van Helsing, because how dare you, Van Helsing?
All right, that just leaves the skeleton. There's 1 member of the cadre left. Then between you and your objective, Iriana.
Okay. Amidst all the chaos and dying and death, you guys hear the little ding of the elevator. And then the doors open, and a whole bunch of bats come flying out. I'm gonna mark a blood, Night's Link Servant. She's smoking her cigarette. I get 2 blood. I'm gonna use 1 blood for Dark Glamour as well. And then as these bats are all flying by Iriana, all headed towards the skeleton, she's gonna grab 2 in her hands, put explosive runes on them, and send them towards the skeleton.
Well, that's fucking...
Maybe. Oh, and it's a terrify. I'd like to terrify this man, but if that inadvertently kills him, that's cool too. So
All right, go for it. And
Awesome.
Gremlin, you might notice that you have now a new character assigned to you.
I do see that indeed.
Nice. 4 successes,
Okay.
one of them critical for. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Ariana. To your 5.
Okay, it's 5 to 5. I'm going to eat. I'm gonna eat one of the injuries, and then I'll make an attack against this guy, or like try to kill this skeleton. Like just use them all. Well, I guess like defend myself. Oh, but he's got a challenge rating of 2, huh? Or of 1.
Not
I
the
gotta
not the cadre.
hit him
Not the
twice.
cadre.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'll defend myself for 4, and then use the other one
Okay.
to hit him
Excellent.
and take an injury.
All right. So your injury will be the number 1.
And then number 1, that just means that's not a bad one. Oh, I can't use my plus dice. That's not good. Okay, I'll use 3 blood, last of my blood, and then heal that up.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we're chilling.
So describe to me how you kill this last vampire hunter.
He's just being surrounded by all these bats, and then like 2 little like heat-seeking bats are like kind of glowing red. Just go boop, 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 and just destroy this skeleton, turned him into bone dust.
All right. With the vampire hunters extinguished, one of your comrades plummeting to the ground below you, and in his place, can you describe Astrid for us, Programmer?
Astrid, kind of has like half a shaved head with like long braid, like tattoos on his arms, and just kind of just like a whole bunch of piercings and like kind of decked out. And he's just like, he just kind of like saunters up to you guys and just like looks over and just like, kind of knew that bastard had a heart somewhere. As he looks down at Cosgrave.
The tiny little blood splat at the bottom of the Eiffel Tower. Yep. And Chuck, you're back in the game. You have just a single door between you and your prey. Do you guys want to do any final preparation before you pass through that door?
You can't bite any of these people.
No, they're gone.
If
I got
anybody,
nothing left.
if anybody has blood that they need to consume, please consume it. Because when you go down, you can't consume it anymore. Just saying.
To be fair, my main character died, so I'm a new character. I'm good so far.
Love that. Okay.
You guys are good?
Do they have anything on them that we can steal?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, I'll say if you want, like they got the pistols and any kind of rifles or anything like that. You guys can remove the pips from those, recover those.
Okay. Gladly.
All right. You guys good?
Mhm.
Okay, here we go.
And actually, I have 2 pips left.
There you go. You're all set.
Yeah.
Back in the race.
All right, last
2
scene.
pips left and 0 blood.
You step through the gilded door at the end of this hallway over the corpses of the fallen vampire hunters. And before you stands an elaborate set constructed to give the impression of power and superiority. You see great banners hanging from every wall. An iron and basalt lectern stands atop a staircase at the far end of this room. And in clear, direct opposition to Zeppelin operational safety guidelines, you see a roaring fire pit occupying the center of this chamber. Here you see Hitler. He has been waiting for your arrival, apparently, with great anticipation, because he has an ace up his sleeve. As he says, all the channels are open. The entire world can now hear how I, the great Hitler, have defeated the assassin vampires that will come for me. And stepping out of the shadows is an enormous werewolf. And this is clearly an Ubermensch. Where's his picture here? There he is. It is this lovely fellow.
Oof, there he is.
Your last and final challenge. The Werhund. The most powerful Ubermensch ever bred or created. Multiple infusions of cursed wolf blood and implanted canine teeth against the spinal column has given this soldier the ability to transform into a half-man, half-hound with impossible strength. Even a vampire should fear the hand of the Werhund. What would you like to do?
Flint doesn't wait. He is not afraid of vampire. Werewolf, he has his colony behind him, and it is time. His wings go flat. He rushes him. Grappling hook, steel gouging claws, wings unfurling. He senses his heartbeat. Everything inside of Flint he uses. All of it. He's going to spend blood on wings and sense heartbeat. He's going to use his steel gouging claws and his last use of both. So does that give him 2 dice for each?
1 extra die for each, so 2 dice total.
So he's going to use his last use of steel gouging claws, his last use of his grappling hook. He's going to use sense heartbeat and spend blood, and wings and spent blood. So that's 6, 10 dice.
10 dice. And he only rolls 5.
10 dice. I love that.
I'm all out now, you know.
So don't count the last one. I clicked one too many.
Okay.
It's hard to see. Those numbers
Oh
are tiny.
no, it was a crit too. All right.
Oof.
To my 5 dice, he's only got 2 successes. To your 5, 2 of which are crits.
Yep, this is the last moment, I think, for Flint. He's going to throw all those successes at the werewolf. And he's going to take all that damage onto himself. And then he's going to roll 8d6 as he explodes.
Wow.
That was his last pip.
No, but how many damage is he taking?
He only has 2 successes, so I'm only rolling 1 die.
That's
1
good.
wound.
So here, give him all 6 successes then. Here, wait till he explodes till later.
All right, so his hide is tough. So as you are clawing away at him with your steel talons, you notice that his flesh does not tear as easily as a mere human's. It is thick and heavy and furry and matted, and you can smell the leather scent mixed with his blood. It's so intoxicating. You know that this Ubermensch has very special blood. But you do.
Now, I got a
6
question.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do 6 to him. He, Flint has the ravenous skill, so whenever he's in melee, he takes blood. If he's taking blood from the Ubermensch, does he get another advance as he's taking it from ravenous?
Yes, I'll give that to you.
Okay.
All right, so unlock that other advance.
All right.
All right, and his blood tastes divine. It tastes like sweat, meat, the rawest,
Fur.
freshest meat, and cheap leather. All right, but his armor, his thick hide, gives him 1 point of challenge rating. So the 6 turns into a 5. But the rest of you just see Flint just tear into this thing, and he is pretty badly wounded. He just took 5 points of damage from Flint. But he's still standing. Who wants to go next?
I'm gonna go next. Nicole, having been recruited by Flint and just learning everything about destruction and chaos in their group chat, decides that it's time to just unleash everything. Let's just do it all. We're going quintuple RPG. We're doing a rifle in this hand. We're doing a submachine gun in this hand. We're doing fire bombs from this direction for up to 9 dice. 4 for RPG, 1 for rifle, 1 for submachine gun, 3 for fire bombs.
I think your Panzerfaust only works against armored targets. This is not an armored target.
You mean to tell me I can't use my RPG against whatever I want to?
Oh, you can use it. It's just you just don't get the extra dice.
Oh.
And your dynamite here, I think it's used up from what I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can use the fire bombs.
I don't get extra dice from using an RPG on something?
No, you only get those extra dice if it's an armored target.
That's nuts. I wish that worked in real life. Okay, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. Okay. So I guess I will just roll 5 dice. We'll do rifle. Never mind. I'll have to compensate in some way. So rifle, submachine gun, 3 for firebomb. I guess I'm doing a smoke bomb. Do smoke bombs work? Or smoke grenades
Yeah,
work?
so in order to get the extra dice, you have to fulfill the word next to the plus sign. So for your submachine gun, you have to take a flanking position. For your rifle, you need to be in close quarters, that kind of stuff.
All right, so then I can just run right up to this Scooby-Doo character. So I'm flanking him. And I don't know what fire trapping means. I guess I'm right up on him so I can just throw the bomb at him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool. Right. I don't know where we're at now. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Smoke grenade. 6. So we're at 6 then. Hey, I don't get to use my RPG again. There's not gonna be any more armored targets. Let's roll it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't fuck up. Oh my!
Oh my god. That is insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 criticals out of 10 dice.
Bro, what?
That is.
This dude is. If he isn't dead at the end of this, I hope he is wounded as all shit. Like,
This motherfucker is those.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 against 1.
dude's gonna be fucked up.
The one was him going, wait.
And here I am just wanting to use one of the grenades that I have. Like,
Okay, so it's like 15-1. So I'm gonna use my 1 and go down to 14 to defend myself against. I just casually knock his paw aside. Just like stop. Stop. So for 14 more.
4, 6, 8,
I really need blood, like bad. So I'm going to bite him 3. Can I bite him more than one time?
You can bite him for as much blood as you want.
Okay.
Well, using 1 point per blood taken. So you can fill right up right now and still have 4 pips left.
I'm going to bite him for damn, that's a high number. I'm gonna bite him for 6.
All right. So you have 8
So
left.
I can have 3 in reserve and then heal myself.
Okay.
And then
And by drinking, you unlock another advance.
I did? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I did. Okay. 6. So then I have
As you-
8 left. For the 8 left, I'm gonna unload on this man. It's basically like if you were at Build-A-Bear and the bear is being built oppositely. I'm taking the stuffing out. I'm unzipping. I'm removing the ears. I'm moving the snout to another location. Like this man is like his arm is behind his back and his leg is on his head. Like he's just like, no, please stop. And I'm like, no, I can't. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit him for all the remaining damage, which is 8 points of damage straight to the dome, and then ask Hitler, so when I rebuild you, I don't want to hear your preferences. I'm just gonna move everything around like I'm moving around for your homeboy, so prepare yourself.
All right. You tear into this poor Verhund. With everything you have, you just unload right into him. Covered. He is ripped to shreds already from Flint. And with your extra bullets, he's just aerated to the extreme. He's got more holes in him than flesh. But somehow he's still standing.
Oh shit.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
Right.
Still standing.
Imagine.
Of course he is. Is there a way? Let me look at my sheet real quick because I'm trying to see if I can drop his Sapper. When you use explosive special, reduce an objective. Oh, I would have to use my special to reduce the threat level. Okay, maybe I'll do that next time. But yeah.
Next time you roll 5 6s. Yeah.
Yeah, next time I roll 5 6s in a row, I'll just reduce the threat level. All right, cool.
All right. I'm going to give Astrid a chance, actually, to step into this. Just parachuted in literally moments earlier into this final boss fight.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a fragmentation grenade, and I can get +2 for that because it's in a closed space. And wait, there's one other thing I wanted to see if I could use. A natural for specials. Do we need to have blood for that if it doesn't say blood?
No, for specials, you have to roll a 6.
Okay. Well, we'll see what that is then. So I'm gonna assume that's a brawl then. And then I add 2 to that. Oh, did not roll special, so I can't use that quite yet, but
Come on, Uber mention. All right, he's got 1 success. So you have
Oh my
1 net
gosh.
success on.
okay. So I'm going to defend for 1, and then I'm going to drink blood, I guess.
His blood? All right.
Yeah.
You drink his blood. You unlock one of your advances. So you have 3 vampires just jumping on this guy. Shooting him point blank, ripping him apart, tossing a grenade, trying to at least down his throat. But he, like, with one hand, just catches the grenade you throw at him, tosses it out the gondola before it can do any harm. But you do manage to get his blood. Chuck, what do you want to do?
So we can use multiple equipment in one go?
As long as it
Okay,
makes
that
sense.
okay. I think Chuck will pull up his 2 revolvers, take a deep sigh, and just start charging this monstrosity, just unloading round after round into his chest as he charges. And I'm assuming his claw hand right there is some kind of mechanical. And just before he gets to the front of this monstrosity, as it swipes down, Chuck grabs a hold of his arm and then just starts tinkering with his mechanical arm, just ripping it to shreds, trying to get it not to work anymore.
All right. Sounds like a fix roll.
So I'll do fix +2 for the toolkit and then the duel.
Yep. All right. 3 successes to your 3 successes.
Andrew, do you just not like me? You literally rolled terrible for the last 3 people.
It's not just fair.
Sorry, man.
So we're at his 6s don't count as 2s though, right?
No, they do not.
Okay. All right. So we're at a stalemate. I'd like to think I'm just holding on. Chuck's just holding on to his arm as this Ubermensch is just flailing him about. Chuck's trench coat is just flopping all around, and he's just holding on for dear life, trying to tinker with his arm.
All right. Ariana.
Okay, yeah. All the mayhem. There's so many of her friends nearby this Ubermensch. She's gonna pop up on a little table so she can actually get a clear shot at this guy, and just take a shot with her exquisite hunting rifle.
All right.
She's used all of her crazy stuff, and she's gonna shoot this guy.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, not the best.
Do you want to do a flashback?
Could I do a little bit of a flashback?
All right.
Yes.
Let me see. Do you want to see my roll first?
Sure.
Yes. This is my roll here. Yeah. You'll probably want to do a flashback.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Yeah, gonna need to do it.
All right. Go ahead and roll a d6. 1d6 for me.
Okay. 1.
All
5.
All right. And one more time.
Okay.
All right. Your mission was to rescue POWs in a terrible, terrible thunderstorm. On this mission, as one of the prisoners, was Chuck, who was starved for blood on the verge of death. You were ambushed in this rescue mission and barely made it out alive. What nearly killed the 2 of you?
Oh man, during this, I think they ended up carpet bombing their own soldiers just to take out Chuck and I, because we're just like extremely powerful vampires, and hey, that collateral damage was something that they were willing to take. So Chuck and I were just kind of dodging out of the way of these bombs killing all the other Nazis around us, but somehow by the skin on our teeth we escaped. got out of there.
And as you have this flashback of this moment in time and severe thunderstorm, the life and death situation you're in, trying to save yourself and Chuck from certain death, you're brought back into this moment, facing this, the most fearsome of Ubermenches. Once again,
Right.
several of you on the verge of death again. You draw upon some inner strength and roll again.
I think about that fateful night. What happens? Anything better? I gotta meet you.
All right. You got
Oh,
two
yeah.
successes to my
Not
4.
looking great. Okay. So I guess I'll just spend 2 to defend myself.
All right. So he'll give you a wound.
Sure.
This is going to be a number 5. Do you have any pips in that column yet?
I have 1.
All right. Mark the second one.
Yep.
And you feel, you stand up on this table just a little off behind, like trying to get a clear shot on him, but he has immense reach, and it's like Go-Go Gadget arm, and he kind of just reaches out for you. It just claws you as he does this, and you can feel every wound that you guys will take from him will do 2 pips of damage. It'll clear a whole track if it's already empty. So it's based.
He reaches out and grabs Iriana's arm and completely rips it off for the 3rd time.
Yeah,
She's
has a
honestly
hard
used
time.
to it at this point. She sighs and goes, "Well, better luck next time."
All right. Top of the next round. I'm going to have Astrid go first this time.
Okie dokie. Let me see what I want to do. So okay. So I'm gonna sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm going to I'm assuming the Great Spear is a literal spear, so I'm gonna use that. Actually, is there a way for me to use that and Tethered Phantom at the same time, or am I only allowed to use one or the other?
Which abilities are you talking about here?
The Tethered Phantom is an advance. That is the advance I chose, which if you mark a blood, you reduce an objective or thrust challenge by 1 until the end of the round.
Okay. All right. And
So I was just wondering if
you can use that
had to
and something else.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. So I'm gonna use my spear, which is gonna be a brawl, and at the same time use the Tethered Phantom to reduce the challenge of the Ubermenschen till the end of the round.
Till the end of the round. All right.
And then, yeah.
All right. I have 4 successes to your 1.
Yeah, it's not going to matter, is it, if I use my success for that? So I'm gonna drink a blood then.
All right. So what happens is this: the Ubermensch shakes off Flint and Nicole and Chuck, sees Astrid, charges at her as you set your spear, expecting him to impale himself on it, but instead he just swats it away, grabs you by the throat, and I'm going to roll the damage here to see what the wound is. Number 5.
So that's gonna be both of them then?
Yeah, you mark off both of them.
That's what I thought. Cool.
All right, so he rips your leg off. He just charges at you, knocks the spear away, grabs your leg, sweeps you off your feet as he does so, and your leg is just crushed in his grasp. And you notice that ability that you tried to reduce his challenge rating by, you can see the fur just kind of starts to melt away off his skeletal structure for a brief moment. But the moon appears from behind, the full moon appears from behind some clouds, and as he stands there basking in this moonlight, the fur just regenerates and the challenge rating is restored.
Oh, fucking hell.
Immediately.
Okay, I thought that was gonna help, but apparently not.
Nice try, but this guy is an Ubermensch. I'm going to give Chuck a go now.
So, with you saying that, so if I take damage from him, it's not gonna reduce his threat.
It's not going to reduce his challenge rating.
Okay.
reduces-
Oh, I guess. So it will. Okay. All right. So
So you can voluntarily have him hit you, take the hit, and have his threat reduced by 2.
That means I'm gonna go down now. I think as Chuck gets thrown off, maybe he gets slammed into the wall, kind of dusts himself back off, and he says, "I need you to sit still, big guy." And again, draws his pistols, maybe empties out the empty shells, and as he's running, is reloading, slamming shells in each one. Goes to just unload again into his chest, and I don't think I don't have any blood. That's right. All I have is a toolkit. I have 2 pistols and a toolkit. He's going to again try to just maybe this time, as he's running towards him and unloading, try to grab a hold of his shoulder and just try to work his way back down to that arm and try to get that arm out of the combat. Get it
All right.
where it can't do anything.
All right.
So that would be X plus. I don't know why my alchemy's being so slow.
Mine too.
It was working fine when we first started. Now it's just
Oh, that is a good roll. Good roll for
There you
Chuck.
go.
And it's a good roll for me.
And
All right.
how
But
are
you
you just
have-
constantly matching mine?
You have 6 successes to my 4, so you haven't. You still you can still.
So I'll do this. I'm gonna take the damage. Or I'll take one of the damage.
Okay.
No, wait.
So you
I have 6 to your 4, right?
yeah, so you have to spend 2 to reduce it to 1 damage.
Okay, so I'll spend 2 to reduce it to 1 damage. I'll put the rest into him, and I'd like to think maybe as Chuck's on his arm, just trying to work on this arm, his other arm comes by and tries to swipe at Chuck, and Chuck has a flashback to dodging all of that, all of the musical instruments at the at the symphony, and just dodges right at the nick of time, and maybe he grabs Chuck's hat again his nice blood-covered white hat, and he loses his hat for a second time, throwing Chuck in a rage. And he's going to pump the rest of the damage into him, and that will reduce his. Do I actually have to take the damage, or do I have? Yeah, I have to mark a pip. That's right.
Yeah.
So I have to go down if I'm going to do it, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not going to go down yet. I'll lose the hat.
Okay.
I'll pump everything into him.
All right. So by losing the hat, what does it reduce damage to?
I just don't take any damage from him, so I won't take the 1 damage.
All right. Yeah, but if he takes any damage, he goes down. He's only got the 1 pip. All right. So you 1, 2. So we put 4.
Well, I've got
points
the
into
2
him.
pips, but I thought you said if I took 1 damage, it would down me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no. You have the 2 pips. Is it in 1 column or in 2 separate columns?
2 separate columns, I do believe.
Okay, then you could still be up. You would still be up.
Okay, then yeah, I'll take the 1 damage. I thought earlier you said if I took 1 damage, it would down me.
No.
Oh. Okay,
All
so
right,
then
so
I'll
you
take the
take-
1 damage.
You take the 1 damage, reduces damage by 2 with your hat? No, not with your hat.
No, yeah, I'll keep the hat then, and I'll take
the
the
hat.
1 damage.
All right. So take the 1 damage. So you have 4 points into him, minus 1 because of the challenge rating. It's 3. Okay. This guy is hurting now. And because you took the damage, he takes an additional 2.
When you mark an injury, reduce the rating of a threat you've engaged by 2. Yeah.
All right. And your injury is going to be a number 5.
That might be one I already had. Let me check. No, I can't gain additional dice.
All right. Iriana.
Okay, yeah. Thinking back to the very first part of the mission, we're all at the bar. She's remembering Cosgrave, rest in peace, his poor soul. But she does remember that she one-armed through a table with an explosive rune at some Nazis. So she's going to try the same thing here. She's going to use her last explosive rune. Going to throw it on that table that she was just knocked off of and simply toss it at this Ubermensch and try to blow this guy up.
All right.
A little bit of a shoot, I think. We're going to shoot him with a table.
Okay. Shoot him with the table. And because this is the last use of the ruin, you get an extra d6.
Oh, correct. Yeah. Let me see what that is. So I think I have 3. Yep. Cool. 2. 1, 2, 3.
Three to 3.
3 to 3. Okay. I'm gonna take an injury, and then I'm gonna pump 1 into him as well.
Okay. Your injury is going to be number 4.
Yep. I'm shot in the head as I throw the table and he shoots me in the head.
All right. You throw the table at
It's a
him.
pretty
It
accurate
explodes.
response.
He explodes in his face. He doesn't have a gun. He just has his claws. But his fist comes flying through this
Okay.
exploding table and just grabs your head, punctures your head with his claws. He's got you in this grip. All right.
Devastating.
Flint. This guy is hurting. He's on his last legs.
Flint's steel gouging claws are broken off, snapped off at the edges. His grappling hook is splayed. His wings are tattered, and the wolf's blood is pumping through him, burning. And he just hits him from behind like a wet slap. And he begins to disintegrate as the Uber mentioned, blood causes him to become sticky or gluey. He goes into all the crevices in between the sections, and he almost becomes a tattoo on the back of the Uber mentioned's back, and he turns into this black, dark, glistening goo in the form of Flint. But he's no longer Flint; he's ooze form Flint, and he just hits him from behind.
Flint's the freak, man. All right. All right, go ahead. No successes on my end. To your 2.
Yeah, he's just feeding that. I think he just oozes into the cracks and crevices, and the Uber mention can't get a handle on him. Like he's just this wet, gooey, black substance that's just coursing on him like stuff, tar, perhaps. And he does to the Uber mention. And at the same time, he's just siphoning off the Uber mention's blood as he's sticking to him on the back.
You're like acid eating through his fur. You can hear that sizzling, that smell of rotting flesh. And I will tell you this, Nicole. He has 1 point of threat left. He's hanging on by a thread.
That's
What
great.
is your action?
It becomes dark, and the reason why it's dark again this time is not because of all of Nicole's trickery. It's because something has happened to her because of that blood, and she's not Nicole. She's Cthulhu. Like all these tentacles start coming out of her, and she's holding different guns with the different tentacles, and she's just like the submachine gun, the smoke grenade, the rifle. She's getting in close to flank him and burn him up. So she's gonna use her submachine gun, smoke grenade, infill rifle, and this is her last firebomb and her last submachine gun, as well as pitch black, so that he can't see the tentacled monster demon vampire coming for him to reap his Build-A-Bear soul. So go ahead.
All right. Let's see how many dice you're rolling.
Should be 9.
Enough.
I'm going to roll.
Holy moly. That ain't
I have
bad.
4 successes to your 8. You have 4 net successes.
Jeez, look at all those.
I have 4 net successes.
Yeah.
This is 8 here.
Sorry, 9. Yeah, you have 9, so it would be 5 net successes.
Oh, okay. Maybe I don't understand. I probably don't. I'm gonna use that special to get my firebomb back. Do we have to kill Hitler too, or do we just get to bite him?
To kill
Okay, I
this
don't-
guy? Yeah, you need to kill this guy to get to Hitler.
Okay, I'm gonna use my special to get my last firebomb back, and then you said I have how many? Only the 5s count. Or sorry, you told me how many successes I have because I see 8 here, but you're saying a different number than 8.
You have, because you have a 6. It's counted as 2. But if you use that 6 as your special, then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. I have 4 on you. So if you want to mitigate all that damage, you have 3 successes left.
Okay, got you. I'm gonna mitigate all that damage, and he only needs to get popped for 1, right?
And
So
you
I'm
need
gonna
at least 2 of those to get the 1 damage.
Oh, okay. So I will use 2 to mess him up. Then I have 1 left. Can I bite him with that last one?
You certainly can.
Hell yeah, I can get my shit back. Okay. So what happens is you see Nicole look this werewolf monster dude dead in his eyes. She seemingly turns off the full moon, unhinges her jaw, and then swallows his head whole.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful. When the darkness lifts, you all hear just a thud as his headless Verhund collapses lifeless to the floor. You stand victorious now before Hitler, who is now hiding behind his chair in utter disbelief that his great Verhund has fallen to these vampires. You are still being broadcast live across Europe. What he thought would be a great victory has turned into what? How would you like to deal with Hitler?
Dinner.
Yes, Flint, dinner. I'm gonna grab the big broadcasting camera and really, with one hand, I guess, one arm, and just kind of get like the best shot of Flint like chowing down on this guy as I can.
I let out a thunderous burp, and like my tentacles are like blowing in the wind as I burp. I'm like, I'm still ready. The main course.
I think Chuck
Ashton's
just
kind of
falls down.
Ashton's just kind of try to like, with one leg, hop over and just like try to like hold Hitler's arms down while Flip can go to town.
Okay. And Chuck, sorry, what were you doing?
Chuck is hurting at this point. Chuck is about on his last leg, and Chuck just takes a deep sigh of relief and just maybe sits in the chair Hitler was sitting in by the fireplace and puts his feet up.
Cleans his hat.
Cleans his hat. Maybe digs through the ashtray that's next to the chair, maybe looking for a fancy cigar.
And before Hitler can even say a word, before he can give his big bad guy spiel, he doesn't get a voice in this game. Flint, you feast on Hitler before a shocked Europe. And thus ends the reign of the Third Reich.
Let's go.
Bravo, guys.
Period.
We've done it.
Well
Did
Did not think
done.
we were going to make it there for a minute.
Cosgrave
did
didn't.
Oh man, rest in peace, old Cosgrave.
There for a while, Andrew was rolling like just fire.
Yeah, like
it was just
God.
one after another.
Let's be honest, I have been incredibly lucky to have survived as many games with Andrew as I have, so I count myself lucky that this is the first time I've had a character die in a game of his. So
You
I've
guys
had
did
two.
well. You guys did well. I actually had to beef up the Verhund to make it challenging.
after Nicole,
You
after
think?
Nicole ripped his
Because
arms
Nicole,
off
I mean,
and
exactly.
his heart.
I
You didn't need
couldn't
those
have you
arms.
guys one shot the final boss. That would just been
I held back on one shotting him because he could have got one shot with this thing. I was like, that's
Oh, that would have been great.
you can't one shot the final boss. I mean that's just not right. But thank you so much for playing. Anyone who's watching, thanks so much. We'll be back hopefully in a little while with another one shot or another game, system likely. And we'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in.